Hello, that should be working now. Damn it. It's there we are. It stopped locking up. The jaw is unseized. Perfect. We're having a slight technical difficulty with the cameras, but it's all good. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. I'm back, kind of. I mean, we did do timelines last weekend, but since then, it's been a really long 2 weeks. I've had a throat infection pretty much on and off most of last week, which has knocked me about. Doing a lot better now. Probably won't go on for more than about 2 or 3 hours because that's a lot of talking to do. But yeah, we're doing a lot better now. There's also been this whole issue. You've banned that word, quantum. Well, that's an interesting word to ban. There's also been this whole issue with wait, ads? There shouldn't be any ads. What ads? There should be no ads during a live stream. I don't get paid for ads during a live stream. What is this? Yes, it's on manual. Good. Good. Precisely what it meant to be. Let's make that as well. Fab. Okay. Yeah, there's been a whole issue with AdSense as well. From July 1st up until, I want to say, July 10th, or maybe it was the 11th. I think it might have been the 11th. The channel was entirely demonetized thanks to a technical issue on YouTube's end. Which was fun. Yeah. And not just demonetized. The annoying bit about that is, annoying for me, at least, not necessary for you, is that the ad revenue money from last month, they're going to hold in arrears until some future point in the future. Any donations, ad revenue, membership, everything that's being held. And then they're keeping all of the money. All of the ads still run, obviously, on the channel from the 1st of July to the 10th, but they're keeping all of the money that was generated, 100% of it, due to the technical issue on their end, in essence, because they can, because they're a monopoly, I suppose. And then eventually I will start getting paid again, probably at the end of August, which will be fun, very fun. Basically, I'm in the middle of moving countries and updating updating the channel for that move. Ended up with a 10 to 11 day demonetization spell. I've been a little stressed, and then getting sick on top of that has been a real nightmare. Anyway, it's been a fun summer so far. Whoop whoop. We've had one heat wave, says Antoine. What about a second heat wave? Yeah, I don't think he knows about Indian summer, or what's another word for heat wave? Second summer? Indian summer? All of those things, yes. I think we're going to have more heat. Probably. Dreadnought says, good to see you back. Can't wait to see the chaos. Well, we're not doing chaos things. The Immortal first... No, wait, not the Immortal first console. Didn't we have an Immortal leader? I swear we did. Where's the Immortal leader? We have one, don't we? Ah, here it is. The Shroud Shaper. Othep un Etek, who is immortal. Perfect. Satan is teabagging Europe. Good lord. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. Also, hello, Theo. We need to go through the legal system, Theo, because we need to update on what's what there, actually, don't we? And Dreadnought say, good to see you back. Can't wait to see the cast. Thank you for the support, Dreadnought. Let's go through the legal system. Come on, then. Let's get... So, what are the laws? We have a Twitch console, whom is, as usual, whoever has donated... Oh, and actually, we're missing some bits and pieces, and I've got the old bits and pieces up. Hold on. Right, where's the thing? I've got an IOU for 6. I assume that's drinks. That's a lot of spite lobby as well. Oh, good lord. And Antoine has a question for Lizard. Thank you very much for the support, Antoine. I'll check out your question in just a moment. But first, I'm going to have my 6. Actually, I could probably do this with the camera on. I mean, I don't look amazing, but you know what? I look whatever. Where's the light? I'll prove that I am drinking my 6. Oh. That wasn't good. What unplugged? Oh, I'm sure it's fine. I do need to get rid of that. Because Well, actually, technically, I think the legal system in the country I've moved to is a bit different now. I've moved to the UK, basically, is what's happened the last month. And updating it's a complete ongoing nightmare. My life is in complete catastrophe, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, let's drink our 6. Where are we? Let's drink. Where's the... perfect. It's alive. Right. 1. 2. A nondescript beer number 1. It's perfect, isn't it? I'm fine. 3. Yeah, pseudo crup. Some of the kids are calling it pseudo crup or pseudo crut or pseudo crub. Crup. I have a less serious viral infection of that. One of the chillins, one of the little lizards. Good lord. But honestly, I thought it was a hospitalization. Turns out it was just like, it sounds like a whooping cough. But obviously vaccinations exist. They're important. Nobody has whooping cough. But yeah, it's been a long week. I think that was 4. That's 5. Quantum Reagent, thank you very, very much for the 10 gifted subs. And Dreadnought, thank you for the 6 gifted subs. And Dreadnought, thank you for 5 more. Are you fighting over who's going to be the Twitch console right now? Hell yeah, says Byzantine Belarus. Or an American Byzantine. Yes, they are, says Drifty Death. What's the count right now? If you look at the top of the screen, it's written at the top of the screen. I note... Wait. Actually, I note Quantum and Dreadnought. It's a Quantum's at 10, Dreadnought's at 10, Ice Smithy Boy at 1. Thank you, Ice Smithy Boy. I didn't see yours. So currently Quantum is in first place. Just look at the top gifters at the top of the screen. It's like up there-ish? I don't know. Right, Antoine, let's read through your question for a lizard. Did you leave because of the loss to Argentina? No, I moved to the United Kingdom. Well, clearly I thought it was coming home. And apparently it wouldn't do that. Why would it do that? Don't be so stupid. Antoine's question for a lizard. Melted ladies and cooked gentlemen. Here's question for a lizard. Which of these can't replace Stellaris' title? Can't. Lobby Simulator. Internal Politics Simulator. Ground Combat Simulator. Genocide Simulator. One of the 4 is right. So, obviously we actually do simulate ground combat. So it is a ground combat simulator of a sort. Obviously. I need a ring light. I need a better ring light. 1 second. So it's obviously a ground combat simulator. We know it's a lobby simulator because that is what it does sometimes. Okay. Is it a genocide simulator and an internal politics simulator? Well, I would argue it's not an internal politics simulator, but we do have political parties, so you could possibly argue on that one. In terms of genocide, Fanatic Purifiers, I think, technically genocide species, but because it's just numbers on a spreadsheet and the pops just decline, I think technically it's not a genocide simulator, and that's why it's got a 3+ age rating. I think technically it's not a genocide simulator, and that's why it's got such a young age rating. What's the age rating for Stellaris? Let's just look that up. I'm pretty sure it's like 6+. 7. Peggy 7 in Europe. ESRB in North America. Don't know what the hell that means. ESRB? Gerp-a-derp, it's ESRB. Yes, so I think that basically shows us that it is, I think it is technically an internal politics simulator, but in the briefest measure of the word. But I don't think it's technically a genocide simulator. So I'm going to answer it's not technically, legally speaking, from the point of view of the world. I don't think it's technically a genocide simulator in the real world. So I'm gonna answer with D. A, B, C, D. Yeah, that is the 4th letter. I can do counting. Right. Also, we've had many more gifted subs. Holy crap, let's just see what's what. Sorry. So, Dreadnought gifted 5 more. Yeah, we saw that. And then Theo gifted 20. Okay. I see Theo's in first place with 20. Now, Dreadnought gifted 1 more. And then 2 more? No. Yes. Yes. And Dreadnought has yielded. Did the Nazi leadership commit genocide from behind their desks? Now, yes, but the point is, because we don't see any... The pops just decline. I think, technically speaking, there's not actually genocide in Stellaris. Technically speaking. The pops don't die. They just go away. Antoine, what's the answer? Antoine's saying that we can do a ton of genocides, and on spreadsheets it's a simulation, so genocide. I'm gonna go up look up the actual rating. I want to look up the rating because I think I may have a point here on a technicality. Give me a moment. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. I might be wrong. Okay. Parents Guide. On the Peggy Guide itself. Search Stellaris, Stellaris Nexus, Stellaris. Okay, the game features implied violence between spacecraft. When targets are destroyed, they explode and disappear. When planets are bombed or invaded, an overview shows statistics for your forces and your enemy, although casualties are not shown. The game offers the opportunity to purchase in-game items in the form of DLC. Which some... Oh, wait. That's why it's got the 7+? Hold up. Sorry, right. So, Stellaris has ships blowing up. It has other things. But the reason it's got the 7+ is because you can buy DLC for it. This seems a little archaic. Okay. Some parents or carers may want to be aware of this. Parents, carers, or other responsible adults should check to see what is being offered before making any purchase on behalf of a child. It should be noted that the game can still be played without the need to purchase such items. This is use of there is use of very mild language, such as damn. Right. So the fact it says damn and the fact you can buy DLC are more of an issue than the genocide that doesn't happen. So there's apparently genocide's not even on there. Nope. Nope. No genocide. But I will... Look, Antoine, I would argue we have internal politics as well. They're a fact. Like, look. Is this not internal politics? Is this not what you wanted? I mean, is it not just perfect? The Council of Technological Mastery, Democracy First, Knights of Flanders, the Galactic Xeno Rights Coalition, and of course, there's a council. We have elections. Is this not politics? You know, I mean, I want to argue on a technicality. I should get 50%, pretty please, in Montu lobby. But I leave that, of course, up to the whim of the questioner. We all want a DLC to rework that. We may want to rework it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We technically have some internal politics. Not the internal politics that was promised to us. Does anyone remember back in the beginning when we were promised proper internal politics? I do. I remember. Montu remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. We also hit a bunch of goals. Sorry, I should hit those notes. Thank you very much for everyone that's donated Twitch subs as well. You're all very wonderful people. Let me just fix it. Boom. Dakalaka. So it's fine to commit genocide if you order it and never supervise the commitment. Well, technically, pops don't die. They just decline. Nothing really dies. Then technically genocide exists. Sorry. I tried and failed on Twitch, says Dreadnought. Well, you did. That's fair. Isn't there laws and edicts section where you can liquidate species? So we have purge policies. Purged pops are unable to work and will ultimately perish. But the process will enrage them as well as any sympathetic pops. I don't think this technically says they die in that segment. We'd have to load up another save. We need to see what chemical... Let's see what it says. Stellaris. Let's check out... I'm going to go to the species rights tab quickly on the wiki. Go into the wiki. Purge type, right? Where's the flavor text? Displacement. It's not that we drive them from their homes. Their homes are simply no longer theirs. Not genocide. Neutering. Think of it as phasing out of a population. Our nation goes to meet the future. Only some will not be with us. Okay. Forced labor. With this final sacrifice, they will at least have been of some use to us. Doesn't say anything about them dying. This one may do. The extermination. Extermination squads are efficient. The dissolution of entire populations naturally takes time, but they get the job done. Dissolution of populations does a lot of heavy lifting, but doesn't say we kill them. It's implied. Processing. It's sad, but an inescapable fact there are some destined to simply fuel the ambitions of their betters. That implies, again, that they die, but doesn't say we kill them. Chemical processing. They will soon attain a more efficient form. Again, doesn't say we kill them. Necrophage. Only the strongest may survive in a hostile galaxy. Synaptic service. Yeah, I think technically speaking, we don't kill them. Neutering would actually count as genocide for the Hague. Well, as well, you know, is the Hague? Which Hague are we talking about? The Hague International Criminal Court. Well, The Hague is, to quote the strongest and largest nation state on the planet, an illegitimate threat to national sovereignty that should not be ratified. It's capable of prosecuting service members or allied leaders. It is evil, obviously. Yes. So anything recognized by The Hague, obviously we should probably ignore because, you know, The Hague is evil. As mentioned. Also, Dreadnought, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs. Welcome to Twitch. Theo, congratulations for the 5 gifted subs. Okay, fair enough. I see how it is. Not my job. Okay. Let's just complete another goal. I mean, no, don't fight over donations. How could you? Nice try, but spite lobby. Yeah, I'll put it in the spite lobby. That's fine. Wait. No, Dreadnought's taking it back. Dreadnought is now the Twitch console. Let's go through the legal system in a minute. 114 added to the... we also hit another goal. Yep, that's correct, I think. No, that's not correct anymore. Theo's just gifted 31 additional subs. Theo, to quote Theo, you get a sub. You get a sub. Everybody gets a sub. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be knocked off that pedestal anytime soon, Theo. Well, thank you very much for the support. Subs for all. Some people work on the breadline. Begun, the Twitch war has. I still haven't put it in Spite Lobby, have I? Why shouldn't I take it? Why shouldn't I? So that should be 366, 380. Oh, God, that's a lot of Spite Lobby. Excuse me. Excuse me. So we have a Twitch console. The Twitch console has the power to declare war on the evils of the universe. Let's also, there's our empire if you want to look while I'm talking about this. The Ethics Commissar on YouTube. Currently the Ethics Commissar is Krieg. Krieg Dantioch, you're still here. You got it. Sub fight, shouts Klingzog. No, there's no need to fight. There's no need to fight. The Ethics Commissar is a judge of goodness with the power to veto or an evil vote, but only if Twitch agree it's a question of good or evil. There is a ban on interaction with the Caravanseers in order to be the good guy and curb Montu's gambling addiction. I'm not addicted. It's not an addiction. I've got an opportunity. Yes, the veto you used last time has been reset. Do you have a veto right now? No. No, we each got one veto, didn't we? And you used yours. Yeah, we got given one, not one that resets. YouTube still has theirs, and I still have mine. Yeah, that's why you're asking. No, reasonable. You can still declare war on evils. Modifying our species is evil, hence it must be banned. Modifying other species is technically not been described as evil, but I'll assume by inference. Robots legally have souls. Not having a green economy is evil. Citizens have souls, so non-citizen, non-robots don't have souls, legally speaking. Can we veto the veto? No. You'd need to propose a law. Anyone can propose a law. Send in some bits or like $1 with Super Chat. Propose a law and we all vote on it. To add to this law statute book. We are supposed to end all slavery in the Galcom. We should encourage everyone to be our way of good by force if necessary. And I've done the IOUs. I should get rid of those from my stream because I have actually done those. Yeah, I did those. Congratulations, me. Krieg still has his commercial pack there. We can ignore that. Right. Astral actions. Let's grab an astral siphon. Why not? That doesn't look so green to me. Huh. Yeah, I'm seeing a problem here. Why are we making so much as well? Is that because we didn't? No, I don't know why we're making so much. Heh. What's going on in Galcom right now? We are voting in favor of the Tianqi Conservation Act, but other people... other people are voting against us. We are the custodian... permanently in perpetuity. We could do crisis analysis, but it's not really worth it. 10% energy credits, 5% research speed sounds quite nasty. The navigation agency I like, alongside Galpol and the Galactic Trade Organization. A law to reset vetoes each session, says Krieg. Fair enough. Okay, what can we flicker on here? Do I need any of this? Gavel of the Tribunal. Have we got all traditions? Yes, we have. So the trophy is now useless. Therefore, I'll gavel it. Give myself an additional 50% Diplo weight. Still not enough. What have I called in a couple of favors? I really do want to save the Tianki, okay? Our federation is now pretty big. The Knights who say ni. And this will retroactively give the console back their veto. Yes, I assume so. It'd be evil not to let them, not let them have it. Yes, I assume so. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, a boon. Cool, some attunement. Now, we should probably speak to not the curators, not the trade league. Where are they? The Shroud Walkers, yes. Give me a Shroud entity, baby. That's problematic. Why is our economy falling apart? Oh, it's not. Oh, good. Well, I thought it was for a moment. Holy crap! The update, when they put I've not played this since they put the new patch out. Our economy. Oh my god, the economy. Where are these alloys coming from? Stolen? What do you mean stolen? I'm not stealing. Huh? Heh. 1,394 have been stolen? I beg your pardon? What? No, we don't steal. They call me a thief. A thief! Terrible. Terrible. Right, we'll buy 10 less of that. Sell 20 of that. Buy 20 more of this. We don't need to buy the Zro. We can sell some dark matter. Are we getting more things being stolen? That does seem to be going up, generally speaking. Good. Good. Up is the right direction. What's Montu got in his head? These are headphones. These are headphones, DJ. Your true ruler has arrived. No. Also, DJ, I must admit, I have enjoyed this week of I-Fi. Simply because it's given me the ability to have a clean sweep of the policy voting. There's no need to check out the policy submitted in for the next timeline session and who authored them and whether or not they're winning. It's fine. How good are Nomads compared to regular empires? Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Let's see if I can boost this up a bit higher though. Right, are we going to pass it? Yes, we are. Right, Tianki conservation done. Jobs are good un. You believe stolen is due to resources gathered through waylines that are not in wayline pacted systems, so probably a sweet forge. Let's check that out. I swear we've got a wayline pact. Yeah, we've got a wayline pact there. And a wayline pact here. I don't think there's anyone we don't have a pact with that has some of our waylines. Open to being wrong. So when do we get more RimWorld? Next week. Could do next week. Oh, we won a war. We're at war. Yes, of course. Good job, team. Well won. But yeah, this coming week, or next week, you know, next week in the evenings, daytimes, depends when you're free, DJ. Depends when you are available. Oh my god, we miss it. Oh, I need that much. That's far too expensive. No, I'm not paying that. No, I'm not. No, we are the good guy. This run, though, DJ, this run, we've even got a list of good and evil. We sat down and we came up with a list. Let's go through our system for good and evil. You ready? Let's go back through it. We had it was like a 40-minute bit of the stream on it. All right, let's just check this out. What we've decided in-game is good and evil for the purpose of this run, okay? And you're not going to be disappointed. Oh, God. Tell you what is evil. I'm almost out of beer. That's a bloody travesty. Where's the button to make you see the good and evil? Wait a minute. That sounded worse than it is. Okay, yes, that's good. Let's just pop it here. Excellent. So, what is good and evil? A Stellaris discussion. Is minus 44 consumer goods green? No, it's not. We'll fix that in a moment. Yeah, there's some... The economy's kind of fluctuating right now, okay? We'll fix that in a moment. So, good things. Stopping evil things is good. Destroying a crisis as they won't stop or negotiate is good. Species having rights is good. Serving the public is good. Preserving non-sapient life is good. Self-determination of individuals, social groups, and nations is good. Defending the rights of individuals and nations to self-determination. Another good one. Protecting good is good. That kind of falls under stopping evil, but not necessarily. Accepting refugees. Due process. Robust laws and a well-maintained legal system. These are all good things. What are evil things, I hear you ask? Children dying. Slavery. Purging. Destroying nations and individuals. But we've got an exception to that one. Exception, they're trying to destroy others, / everyone else, and there is no other option but to destroy them first. See, stopping evil things. Gambling for the Galatron, apparently, is evil. I personally disagree, but, you know, by the by. Being rich. Easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter heaven. Apparently evil. Impinging on the rights of others. Defending evil. Revenge or punishment. Expansion. Capital punishment of detained individuals / nations. Is evil. Cannibalism. Evil. Eating sapients. Also evil because you're destroying nations or individuals. Not accepting refugees because you are xenoist is evil. Being xenoist is evil. Spreading misinformation and lying is evil. Allowing children full adult autonomy. Allowing children to have full adult autonomy is evil, we all decided. They need rights and self-determination, but must also be protected from childish decisions. Also, not protecting evil. Not protecting good, I think that should say. Oops. Not protecting good is evil. What about Twitch? What? Also, yeah, the veto resets every session. I'll add that into my kind of laws. Okay. What is neutral? This is important stuff. Montu is neutral. Apparently. Why am I in neutral? Why did I get put in neutral? I don't remember that. Doesn't seem right. Research and exploration. It depends on what you find is neutral. Not accepting refugees. Not accepting them is neutral. But not accepting them because you hate foreigners is evil. You see, like not accepting them because you can't. That's not evil. Detention is apparently neutral. Democracy is neutral. Government itself, government is neutral. Lying to protect/save something in the good column is morally neutral, apparently. So lying to protect or save is neutral. Lobbying is neutral because people lobbied for that, I assume. Utilitarianism is neutral ethically. I have multiple issues with this so-called list. I agree you should clearly be an evil. No. I'm not evil. I'm not evil. You see? There we are. We've got the list. So, good and evil, defined. Now we can move forwards. This is such a bad list. What's wrong with this list? Where is DJ? Which voice channel's DJ? Let me find him. He's not in there. Right, I'm going to go into... see if he can come and explain himself. There he is, instantly.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
No. You said you got problems with this list. Wherein lies your problem? To be fair, I'm not saying I personally agree with this list. This is what we came up with for good and evil for the purpose of the stream in this universe.
Problem number one, Montu is not an evil.
But I'm the first well, Montu doesn't technically exist within the universe. Technically, I suppose.
So,
I just, you know.
Secondly, government is in neutral. So you're advocating for anarchism?
No. Government isn't inherently good. It depends on what the government does. Like a gun isn't inherently evil. It depends on what you do with the gun. Like using it.
No, it's fine. You can advocate for anarchy. It's fine, man. It's fine.
I'm not advocating for anarchy here. We simply
clearly
voted
what
the
that
government
does.
was.
That's clearly what that
government,
says.
Government being in neutral doesn't advocate for anarchy. If it was in evil, that would be an advocating for anarchy. It's in neutral because it depends on what the government does.
Which means that anarchy is an acceptable alternative.
Well, if anarchy were able to fulfill the bits of good, then yes, it would be completely acceptable as long as it continued to fulfill good. I don't see any, like, from the point of view of this game, I don't see the issue there. As long as they stopped evil things, had a robust and well-maintained legal system, due process. If they could do all that without a government, I can't figure that out, but if they could, great. Like, it's not inherently evil, I guess, was what we... Montu put himself in neutral. We didn't get a say in that. I don't remember that, Ghosty Fish. That sounds validly... That
sounds about accurate.
Absolutely
that sounds
not.
About accurate.
I think that we should move on to other issues DJ had with the list. What are these other issues then? Sorry. So if you've got issues with government in neutral, but that's only because you're anti-anarchism, it sounds like.
So my biggest problem with the list is the hypocrisy of it.
In what way?
A perfect example is lying is evil, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Unless it's for something that you approve of, in which case it's okay.
No, it's neutral. It's still not good, but we're putting it into neutral.
But neutral is okay.
No, it's not okay. Neutral's not good. We're trying to be good.
No, but neutral's okay. Like, you can do neutral actions and not be condoned for it, right?
Well, yeah, you can do neutral. No, the point of the neutral is if other governments and other nations do them, we're not going to attack them for these things because they're not evil and they're not doing evil things. Like, for example, our neighbors, where are our neighbors? The Ralakath entity, these folks over here, they basically enslaved and started eating children as a hive mind. And we wanted to do something about it, but within game, we couldn't actually fight to free the children initially, which was a problem for obvious reasons. So we had to not fight them, even though what they were doing was evil, because if we had have fought them, all that would have happened is our allies would have then committed a genocide and wiped out the, a bunch of these hive mind pops. And we were like, that would be evil too. So we're kind of stuck. Hence we needed the list to work out if what we're doing is bad, good, or somewhere in between. So, and also, we're trying to be good. Funny. We're trying to be good, DJ, not neutral. So we're not actually doing anything in the neutral zone. We're not lying. I'm not personally lobbying. That's not true. I have been lobbying. But the lobbying... So the problem is lobbying...
I'm sorry. That's another one we can really discuss. Lobbying is neutral, is it? Is it now?
It is
now?
because
Is it?
so
Really?
so if we didn't lobby, if we didn't allow lobbying, that would be evil, wouldn't it?
Would it?
Yeah, that would be evil. That'd be evil because I need to eat and pay rent, and me not eating or paying rent is evil. Therefore, it goes into neutral.
So I see. So Michael.
You've gone far away. I can't quite hear you anymore.
Oh. Dear, oh dear. Dear.
Have you seen the legal proposals we've got up in policy proposals, DJ, as well?
Yes.
Good, good. I just want. I wanted to put an end.
Under the category of SEP.
SEP.
Yep.
What's SEP?
Someone else's problem.
Ah, yeah, it is. It is very much under the category of SEP. Totally, totally. But the important point here is that we shouldn't have any of this stuff about parental responsibility, questions of legal child support. By legislating, we've managed to completely circumvent the issue. Which has solved all the problems. Are you alright, DJ? You sound like you're dying in the corner.
Oh, went down. Oh.
Have you got this throat infection thing as well, or just a cough?
Neither. It just took a drink of Coca-Cola and it went down the wrong hole.
Yeah. That's why we swallow it in our mouths, DJ. We don't try and put it up our nose or anything, you know. It's not a nasal one or a suppository.
No.
Why can't I build that? I can't. Hello? What'd you say?
Me? Nothing.
Oh, I thought you said something. I'll get rid of the notepad. People don't want to read it anymore. Fine. I think it was a robust, well thought out set of ideas, thoughts on the whole. What is good and evil within Stellaris? Who are these people?
You know, apart from the bits that you've clearly manipulated, sure.
There are a couple of little bits that were necessary just from the streaming perspective. Like, if we weren't doing a stream of it, then sure. There's a bit like, obviously, lobbying. Lobbying would probably fall under evil if it wasn't a stream. But because it's a stream, there are certain subversions to democracy that we all just have to accept. Give or take, you know?
Like I say, hypocrisy.
Well, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
It's good that you can admit to being a hypocrite, though.
I can admit to a lot of things. I'm very good at admitting to things. What else are we admitting to? I should not have just done selected lineages. Right. Is that evil? Let me get the list up. Let's read it. Careful reproductive planning should be incentivized lest we waste valuable genetic layers. Yeah, that's evil. Go back to natural selection. No, that's evil. Not doing that. I'm going to give people some free food. Why not? Have a couple of subsidies on. Perfect. Lineages are evil. Yeah, selected lineages is evil. We all agreed. We ended up down this weird rabbit hole as well a few weeks ago, where we were trying to work out what lifespans were in Stellaris. And what I mean by that is whether or not enduring adds lifespan. And we ended up in a real anal hole for a while. That doesn't sound right. What I mean is we ended up in a really pernickety like exploration space. Because enduring says lifespans in this species are unusually long, but they only add leader lifespan. There's no change to population lifespan. And I argue, well, that's because population doesn't have lifespan, and we ended up down a really weird rabbit hole of what actually, if anything, increases the lifespan of our regular pops. Because obviously selected lineages on the surface doesn't increase the lifespan of our regular pops, one would think, except it adds leader lifespan. And if enduring is anything to go by, anything that adds leader lifespan, which doesn't specifically mention that it's only for the rulers, the leaders, also adds population lifespan.
Yeah. Growth rate.
Well, nothing. No, but no, because enduring doesn't add growth rate, but it does say it makes everyone live longer. And everything about growth rate talks about how much they have sex, not how much they reproduce, not anything else.
Yeah, I know, but we're like having to extrapolate here, right?
Yes,
So
but I would argue enduring
growth rate technologies could also increase like your average citizen's lifespan.
But does that mean that the technologies that increase leader lifespan only, are they not also increasing population lifespan?
Unless there was, so the way that you would have to again extrapolating, yeah. The way that would need to work would be that for every for the lifespan raises, you're also lowering the reproductive rate essentially, right, to balance it out because you don't get a growth rate boost.
But maybe that just inherently happens with a longer lived species.
Maybe. Who knows?
Like an enduring species that has plus 80 years of leader lifespan has the same amount of growth rate as a species that has minus 10 years of leader lifespan, which implies that they reproduce half as much as the ones with minus 10 years. But nothing says that, obviously. That's literally where the conversation went for like 30 minutes until everyone got annoyed with it being there, including me. Yeah, what am I doing here? That one. Have you, what? I'll need to show you the save tomorrow before we go through it to check you're happy with the sisters, the family.
Family?
The family on television that begin with a K?
Oh, the sisters. Yeah, got you.
Technically, there's a mother as well, but I think the main one, there's two sisters, aren't there, that begin with a K? Might be wrong there. Open to being wrong.
I have no idea. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally. But I'm sure you'll want to check over because I don't.
Both of them are in, right?
So yeah. So the little one, which are just like a one province.
Yeah.
The question I've got is, should they already be members? Like, at which point?
Absolutely fucking not.
Are they already a member? Or
absolutely fucking not. No.
Well, I haven't done that yet. I was just asking a question.
Good.
Asking a question.
Absolutely not.
Well, I thought they were already members in DS9.
No, they absolutely weren't. No,
when did they join?
Not until long after DS9.
Really? But
there's an entire story arc about it.
I don't remember that. Aren't there? But how come there's all these officers in Starfleet that are...
The prophets tell because a load of the Bajorans that escaped their world joined Starfleet.
Oh, they're refugees, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Like Ro Laren's a refugee.
I assumed that they were just in the Federation because they were working for the Federation as a species. Yeah. That was just my assumption, and always has been. Because I first came across them obviously in TNG, where you don't really find out as much about them.
Yeah. you're wrong. I'm afraid to tell you.
Ah, sorry, I'm
I'm
not
not
afraid.
actually afraid to tell you. I'm quite happy to tell you, actually.
I'm unafraid of being unafraid. Refugees from Cardassian occupation. Right, right.
Yeah.
Wait, if
Not
being
that this is in
Hippocratic-
any way relevant
to
for
anything.
tomorrow. In
No,
any
to
way.
anything. No, this
Yeah.
is just a random thing
Idle
we're chit-chatting.
musings.
Yes, about
Yeah.
the Federation being the good guys, of course, right, DJ?
No.
So the Federation aren't the good guys.
No, they are not.
So who's the good guys?
What, in Star Trek?
Yeah.
There aren't any.
There are no good nations.
No.
Huh. Okay. Fair enough.
Name me one.
I mean, I'd probably argue the Marquis.
Absolutely not. No.
I think they're pretty justified.
Are they?
I probably don't remember as many plot lines as you, but from the bits I remember, yeah, generally,
Nah, they start out as vaguely justified. I'll grant you that.
what do they do that's not so justified? I can't recall.
I mean, for one thing, carrying on long past the point of carrying on.
But isn't it because the Card? Well, yeah, okay, yeah, because they
No,
keep going and the Cardassians
no.
are basically stopped by that point. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
can we not? Yeah, okay.
Eddington.
Yeah, he's a bit of a piece of work, isn't he?
Yeah. And he's one of the primary representations of the Marquis that we ever see.
That's true. That's not untrue.
Yeah. That's yeah. It's almost like I vaguely know my Star Trek, isn't it?
Yeah, you might have seen one or two episodes. I just got a real blind spot for DS9 because I didn't really see it.
You shut your filthy
I think I've
whore
actually
mouth.
never seen season
Go
7.
back to Whore Island.
I don't think I've ever seen season 7.
Go back to Whore Island.
I think I got bored around season 5.5 or 6. I
really can't stress enough how much you need to go back to Whore Island.
I think I was watching through it, one of those seasons. I know, I went to watch it all in sequence, and it was really good. And then around season 5.5, 6, it just got bogged down in the Dominion War stuff, and I ended up being busy with some other things in life, and I was like, there's too much plot to go back to it now that I've not watched it for a month. I can't remember where I am. Oh, I'll watch something else, it'd be easier. It got to the point where it was just a bit too heavy. I mean, it's not that I think it's terrible, I just literally didn't get the whole way through it. Simple as that.
I repeat my statement about going back to Whore Island.
And obviously, when it first came out, it was so obviously the main issue I've got is that the first ever DS9 episode I watched was on a flight, and it was the last episode, the last 2 episodes, because it was a 2-parter.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is this? Weird spirits? This is so not Star Trek. I hate this. But you know what I mean, though? The whole plot line for the last 2 episodes was the captain dying. I can't remember his name. Cisco.
The whole plot line of the last 2 episodes is the entire story of the entire show coming to a head in an excellent way that nicely finishes the story.
Yeah, but when you start there, it becomes it's a really odd story, and I didn't enjoy it because for me it started at the ending, and I was like, ugh.
You know whose fault that is, don't you?
British Airways, yeah.
Right.
For only having, I wanted to watch Star Trek. I was a kid on a flight. I wanted to watch some Star Trek, and they had Star Trek Insurrection, which I watched 2 times, and then I watched some DS9. And that's what it was. I mean, I also at that point I'd only seen bits and pieces of TNG. So when my folks would used to go to the go to Blockbuster, pick up a video tape, and I'd get to pick something, and I'd usually pick a TNG cassette because that would have more watchable hours than just a 90-minute movie. And I only got to pick one thing. So I'd get, because they'd be 3 episodes on one tape, which is almost 3 hours of TV, which is, it's a lot more. And they're good. So I basically seen bits and pieces of TNG, a little bit of Voyager, but not much. Like the odd episode that had been on the telly of Voyager, but really not much. And nothing of DS9, and a couple of episodes of TOS. But at that point, I'm not a big fan of TOS. It's a bit too camp and I find it a bit boring.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the original series.
Like it's a real effort to watch through that.
Yeah.
And a lot of the plot arcs are like, we've gone to the communist planet today. Okay.
Yeah. Today we're in 1950s America.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, that's probably really interesting and relevant to people in the late 60s, early 70s when it came out. But now that I'm so far away from that, I don't really know what they're referencing. Huh? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Klinzog said, I was fine with the justifying of genocide and denying the legitimacy of The Hague, but I draw the line at not enjoying all of DS9. Unfollowed, unsubscribed. Amazing.
I could not agree more. I could not agree more. You see, I told you all that Montu was incapable of being a good guy. Like,
DS9 is generally an inferior rip-off of Babylon 5. That's what I'm being told.
Oh my good God, shut up.
I'm not saying this. I'm just reading out one.
I believe I've made my feelings quite clear.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
On this particular matter.
Which is that it's not a rip-off of DS9?
Babylon 5. DS9 is absolutely a rip-off of Babylon 5. It just so happens to be an utterly superior rip-off.
Of course.
Like, I will never debate undeniably, like, they took the idea that had been put across for Babylon 5 and turned that into DS9. Yeah, without a doubt. It's also much better than Babylon 5.
It's... Yeah. I mean, yeah, to be fair. It holds up a lot better. A lot better.
Yeah. Of course, you could go... after DS9, you could go and watch the absolutely superior third version of this show.
Which is?
Battlestar Galactica.
But I've already seen all of Battlestar. Actually, I've missed some episodes of BSG. I've missed bits and pieces of BSG, and I haven't watched that in probably almost 20 years. Well, I don't even know where to find it anymore. Like, I used to have a whole, like, library full. Actually, no, it was a cardboard box that my father threw out 12 years ago with my BSG and Voyager collection of VCRs, VHRs. What was the acronym? VCRs? VCHRs? I can't remember what the acronym was anymore.
VHS.
VHS, that was it, isn't it? Yeah. VHS.
Yeah.
I had a massive, like, 2 cardboard boxes worth. We moved house 12 years ago. My parents moved house and they went, do you want these? And I was like, well, I can't come and get them, and I don't have a VHS player anymore, but I don't want you to throw them out. My dad went, well, that's a shame. Bye. I was like, okay. Okay. They were donated. I say that they were given to me by a friend of mine's father who had them in the attic and had them cluttering up. And he was sorting them out, and I went, "Yeah, can I have them?" My dad was like, "Please no, please no." And my friend's dad went, "Yeah, absolutely, you can have them. You take them away for me, so I don't have to go to the tip." Oh, that's correct. That's correct. Do you know what the goals are going to be tomorrow?
Nope.
Because you're not telling me at all this season, are you? Other people's,
Nope.
obviously. You know, mine, yeah. Fine.
I did consider leaving you in the dark as to what your goal was.
To be fair, I actually think that might be a good idea to only tell Irakar the goal of my nation for the day. Because that way, we might be more likely to actually do it.
Did you even try last episode?
Yes. Yes, I was actually trying really hard with the hang-ons. Really hard. That's why I was like, let's have an embassy, let's have a... I was actually really close. If we'd had another 2 hours, I reckon I could have got there. Especially if Dirk hadn't died, I could have, as Emperor, made them agree to join. That's what my thought was. I was thinking we could maybe get to do it. I would have maybe had to do like a roll-up with Calvin for some mental fortitude or something to see whose feelings went over more. But that was my thought there.
You complaining that it's the most evil goal I've ever given.
It is. Your goal was for me to eliminate empires. Which is pretty evil.
I think it was funny.
Well, it's funny. Still a bit evil. 3, 4. Oh, damn, I don't have any way of building those.
Funny, yeah, evil.
Let me guess, from your point of view, the Jedi are evil.
No.
Oh, that's good.
Jedi are just a bunch of stuffy idiots.
I can't, DJ, I can't hear you. You've gone too far away from the tiny phone.
The Jedi are a bunch of stuffy idiots.
Oh, the Jedi are a bunch of stuffy idiots. I mean, that's not unfair. That's very reasonably fair. I'm out of drink. I'm gonna go to the little lizard room and grab a drink.
Am I like really, really distant?
Yeah, you keep going really distant, like every now and then. It sounds
Am
like
I
you
much
walked off.
So when I did it, I thought you were memeing.
No. Come and listen to the stream. While I'm gone for 2 minutes, just play the last 30 seconds back. You're like,
I don't need. No. Now that I'm going on. Yeah, no. Now that it's going on, I've gone and turned my headset back on as the primary thing rather than my webcam.
Oh, that's what's happened. Every time you've walked away from your computer. Amazing. How do I bring the lizard back? I know how this works. I set it up. There we go. Right. I'll BRB, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. Our subs goals are totally wrong. Before I go, we've achieved... Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a lot. Let me just fill the screen with goals.
Which clearly means that I'm in charge when you go, right?
No. You'd have to be... Like, we don't just hand power away willy-nilly. Also, is the game on pause right now? I hear game noises. Chat, is the game on pause? That's my bad. I'm going to fix that and pause it while I'm not actually playing. That would be a very sensible plan.
I did hear that, yeah.
Nomine Pace Requiem Spiritus Sancti. Or Nomine Patriae? I can't remember. Anyway, now it's paused. BRB. DJ, you can pontificate a little bit, I guess. We'll allow you that.
Yeah, I'm in charge, like I said.
Yes, whilst time doesn't move forward, you are in charge. Oh, also, you need to explain to me how I can not lose the Premier League and get relegated instantly in a minute, because I'm very upset. I'm just going to get a
Get good?
Don't you say that to me.
Have you tried...
I went from Sky Bet League...
Have you
taken Barnsley
Have
to the
you
Premier League
tried
in 3 seasons,
opening a bag? Have you tried opening a bag of Get Good? Oh dear. So chat, how do we make Montu suffer? He must suffer. He must feel pain. How can we cause him to feel pain? I mean, Calvin, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
So I think you're fine. I took Barnsley from the goddamn whatever league they're in, Sky Bet League 1, I want to say, up to the Prem.
Yeah. Do you want a cookie?
Oh, I did a good job. I won the Champions
cookie,
League
then.
after entering it first go. I was like, wow, that was pretty good.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
What do you mean? No,
You
I
won the
didn't?
championship.
Oh, sorry, I won the Championship, not Champions League. Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, slight
those
difference.
Those are dramatically different
Yeah,
things.
slight difference. Yeah, I get it. Ooh.
Slight difference. Slight. You sound like an American.
Look, the important point here, is that I read up online a
You're
little
now going
bit,
to get relegated.
and basically everyone's like, the jump between... So I got given 40 million in transfer budget, and I'm like, holy heck. I went to the Champions League and I had 2 million, and I thought that was a lot.
No.
Championship, whatever. Went to Championship and I had 2 million, and I thought that was a lot. And then I got 40 or 35 or something.
Yeah, which is a minuscule transfer budget for the Premier League.
Well, exactly. And I paid 24 million. We'll check it in a minute. Well, hold on. No.
You spent 24 million on one player, so there's your first mistake.
Yeah, but he was really good.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's
You needed to spread
he's a
that
really
money
good
around.
No, I spent 124 million on one player. I got 2 players who were basically almost free because their contracts just expired. I managed to snap them up from Premier League teams. I entered negotiations before the end of the season and then signed a new contract with them without paying transfer expenses. One of those guys is 65,000 a week. I was like, oh. So I didn't pay any transfer fees, but I had to spend transfer budget on his salary, basically.
On wages.
Yeah. And then
basically, for your first season, what I've found in that situation, the best methodology in the first season in the Premier League is free transfers. Like, all of your transfer budget goes into wages for free transfers, basically, and loans.
Yeah, I've done loans and free transfers. I've got, I think, 7 new players. My main issue is goalkeeper. My current goalkeeper was really good, but he slid a bit at the end of the last season. He went from being reasonable championship level to good League 1 level. And I'm like, what the hell? And I've gone to get a new goalkeeper. And the best I can get is really good championship level with potential of being Premier League. I'm like, well, that's possibly okay. But then, obviously the rest of my team are now all crap, and they're refusing to move on. They won't get transferred elsewhere. No one wants them. They want new contracts, and it's just like, how are you meant to deal with this?
Hi, welcome to this is the problem with getting promoted very quickly. Yeah, you've not built for promotion; you've just gotten it, essentially, right? Happens to clubs in the real world.
So, we did. I did League 1, and we came in 4th the first year. So I've done 3 years. First year came in 4th, didn't go up because we lost the playoffs. Then the next year we came 3rd, but we won the playoffs and got promoted to championship. Then in championship we managed to clean sweep it and win by one win, if that makes sense. Like, we were 3 points above Aston Villa, who came in 2nd. Villa
getting relegated a shout. Good God.
And Richarlison is currently on a free transfer, by the way. I couldn't pick him up, though. He was too expensive. I tried.
See, had you not spent £24 million on one player, you probably would have been able to. And
no, I couldn't because my board wouldn't let me spend over a certain max amount monthly on player salaries even for star player. Right. And I couldn't figure out a way of changing that.
Got you.
other than increasing the salary budget. Like, I'm still got a bunch of salary
That's
room
what you would
available.
have had to have done. Yeah, that's what you'd have had to have done. You'd have had to. Oh no,
24 million doesn't turn into that much.
No, and they're implementing it as an actual wage cap.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was a bit stuck. Oh yeah, we're in favour of the Montu.
Sometimes.
That's good.
Sometimes you sort of need to get relegated and go again.
But how would that help me? Oh, because I've now spent on the players, I won't lose them, then I'll get extra budget in 2 years' time.
That's the and you also get parachute payments.
What's a parachute payment?
When you get relegated, you keep getting money for a couple of years. Not as much, but you still get a significant amount of money.
Wouldn't it
for
be
a couple
best
of
to
years.
not get relegated though? Stay in like sixth from the bottom or something.
Oh, absolutely. If you can manage it, that's by far the best thing to do. But you know,
I'm just
it's
not
not
sure we
always
can.
possible.
I played Bristol and I think we got like 5 shots on goal. Two were good shots, if that makes sense. And they did like 20 and 15, 3-0 up.
Yeah.
It was like we were decimated by Bristol. How many points is this? 500. What are you meant to do though? Like, how are you meant to do that?
Find better players
Find better players.
is the essential answer. That's quite often the answer in Football Manager. It's either better tactics or better players. One of the two things.
I've got really good
And
tactics.
Sometimes you're just not good enough.
Yeah, we might just not be good enough. But I have got really good tactics, I feel like.
The gap between the quality level of League One to the Championship is one of the biggest gaps in world football.
You mean Championship to Premier?
No, I mean League One to the Championship.
The Championship was easy.
The gap from the Championship to the Premier League is several times larger than the one between League One and the Championship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't find... Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. The gap in quality between the Premier League and the Championship is terrifying. Just because of the money in the Premier League, you know?
There's a lot of it.
Everyone is horrendously rich, and because they're horrendously rich, they all have lots of very good players.
Yeah, that would check out. Can confirm.
Tottenham are about to spend another 60 million on a player from Manchester City called Savinio.
Of course they are.
That will take our summer transfer spending up to a cool £300 million so far, and we're not done yet.
Where are you going? What the hell's this doing? What? What? Where are you going? Sorry, I've just set the Federation fleet to upgrade, and they're like running away. Cowards. Galactic emergency relief. That sounds plus 10% ship upkeep. Evil. Doesn't prevent. Doesn't help us. Banning organic slave trade. That's good. Huh?
Why is increasing ship upkeep not
because
not
it will allow us
morally
to
a good
field
thing?
fewer ships, which won't allow us to stop the crisis when they come very soon, and thus we need
But you don't know there's a crisis coming.
We do. We do.
No, you don't.
We do.
Yeah.
We
Bad
do.
roleplay, man. Bad roleplay.
Bad roll. We do. We do. No, we do know there's a crisis coming. We're very smart, you see.
It was foretold.
Emergency the slave ban. No, that's just slave trading ban, which is not actually as good as balance in the middle. All types of slavery banned. That's what I should emergency measure. This bans slavery in the Galcon, which is a law that I have to follow. There we go. We're on utopian abundance, right? Yeah, though even the robots get utopian abundance. Some people are on social welfare, though. Weird. Whatever.
But yeah, I do want to continue our RimWorld. Captain Catnip needs to ride again.
We can do that on Monday. You have date night on a Tuesday,
No.
right?
No, absolutely not this week on Monday. We've got Everrail coming out on Monday. I am going to be...
Gotcha. Very busy. Wednesday?
Yeah. Wednesday can book.
We're currently in breach
Jenna
of
has
galactic
the
law because we've sent people to the fight in that tournament. That's all that's happened. Nothing to worry about. You were saying, DJ?
Gemma has band practice on Wednesdays, so...
Gotcha. That works perfectly then.
Yeah.
Oh, we won Champions Forge Live again. Good. Once people come back from the Champions Forge Live, it'll be fine. The first console has been re-elected. I assume? Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. You like to rename your planets after famous battles and leaders. That's a good one. I've never thought of naming things after famous battles, but we do that in the real world, don't we? Trafalgar Square, for example. That is a good idea. I like it.
So while we were talking about football, 100-gram Hoover said, "My girlfriend watches Ted Lasso, so I know what's going on."
My girlfriend watches Ted. Oh, okay. Okie dokie. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, that's something.
And quite so, Ted Lasso is undeniably one of the best shows ever made.
Is there a new season of that that's come out now?
Not yet. It comes out next month.
That's it, yeah. And I realized I did finish season 3. The ending was inane. I went to rewatch it and I was like, I remember this. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, that was actually the end. That's why I didn't think I'd finished it, because the ending was like, oh, was that it? It's just stopped. Why are we not being supported in balance in the middle? What the hell is this? They used something against us? Why are they not in favor of this? Oh, they're slavers. Oh, God, the galaxy's... The most powerful diplomatic empires in the galaxy are all slavers. What? The top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8? Okay, the top 8 empires all are slaving empires. That's not good. The 9th isn't, and the 10th is a slaver. 11th is a slaver. 12th is a slaver. 13th is a slaver. 14th is a slaver. 15th is a slaver. 6th. Why is slavery so prevalent? There is only one non-slaving empire in the galaxy. And they are
you were the good guys.
Gestalt consciousness. I'm not responsible for the politics of these other nations. How are they slavers? Wait a minute. There's fanatic xenophiles that are allegedly slavers. That seems wrong. That can't be true.
They're just playing Pokemon.
No. They're fanatic xenophiles, which means they cannot have slavery. But apparently, according to the buffs, they are getting a penalty for having slavery, but they don't have slavery. There's a bug here. All the empires think they have slaves even when they don't in their voting.
Huh.
Like, I'm looking at empires that literally cannot have slavery legally. No, I just moved to vote no. Oh, that's my bad. I meant to... Oops. That's an oops. I will call on my favors once we get back. I'm accidentally voting no right now, balance in the middle, but I'll figure that out. I still feel we might need a bit more time for the sessions, DJ, because we lengthened this, going back to timelines briefly, we lengthened the session length. And my main theory behind that was that usually people don't do their goal. They spend the first 2 hours RPing, then they spend an hour going, oh, what's my goal? And they spend the last hour going, oh, I need to do my goal, and then they just haven't done it. Often. So I thought by adding an extra hour, well, really it's an extra 40 minutes, 45 minutes, we'd get more done. But it still feels like people are a bit shy on completion. We could do with a touch more. I'm in breach of the Military Readiness Act. I bloody well know. Stop hounding me. Right, you stop upgrading. We've also changed the Federation laws to make it political, so it's based on voting in terms of good guys and bad guys. So the Knights who say ni we don't rotate the presidency of the Federation. We have it as a vote, and everyone in each nation votes for whomever they want to vote for. Of course, nations with larger populations get more votes.
Yeah.
And as we're the largest nation, that means we're in charge. It's a neat way of stopping
That's such a good guy thing to do.
Look, so it was either this or we left the Federation because they kept constantly declaring war on people, and if we would have to basically not fight the war because if they won, they'd be genociding. Because they were fighting wars against hive minds, and they were a bit too aggressive, was the issue.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
An excuse for what, sir?
But, you know, you legitimize your evil. It's fine.
I'm not evil. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. I'm very close to that. Well, how can I boost it a little more?
Big shouts from the cat. Oh, so exciting news in the world of Monster today.
Yeah.
He had his first walk outside in his new harness.
Sorry, you took your cat for a walk in a harness?
He's got like a harness and a lead. Because so our in-laws have dogs, and so he can't just like go out whenever he wants because one of the dogs in particular is a bloodthirsty little so-and-so. She caught a pigeon again the other morning.
That's not a problem. What's the issue with that?
Well, I don't want my cat to get eaten, nor do I want my in-law's dog to get its face scratched.
Sorry,
up.
why would your cat
one
get
of them-
eaten if it catches a pigeon? Because the dog went for it when it caught the pigeon, is that?
No, as in, no, the dog caught a pigeon, Montu. Monster had nothing to do with the pigeon. The dog, on its own, caught a pigeon and then ate it.
So
I don't want it to try and eat my cat.
why would the dog eat your cat? Pigeons and cats are very different.
So the fact that Monster has spent the last several months winding this dog up by sitting in the window and dangling his paw out the window at it.
Fair.
It's got something to do with it.
Okay, so we got a good one here,
because
DJ.
they have,
Oh yeah, go on.
Because they have dogs, he can't just go out when he wants, and so we can't just let him outside and let him like wander about without anything. And so we got him a harness so that we can walk him around in the garden. And he can, he can go out and explore to his heart's content. But when we need to, we can haul him back inside.
So a leash as well, I assume. There's a leash as part of this.
Yeah.
I've never seen a cat on a leash. Fair enough. I mean, yeah. Sounds like it will prevent him being eaten.
Yeah. He was very unhappy about putting it on.
Oh, I can
then
imagine.
He went outside and was like, actually, this is all right.
So we've got a funny one, DJ. The custodian matrix, the ancient caretaker fallen empire, have told us that we're not allowed to colonize any new planets for at least 10 years. We're nomadic. We don't colonize planets. So I guess. Well, you twisted my arm, fallen empire. I guess I'll have to not do it. Also, people asking why there's a weird snake thing here. Basically, these robots are actually synthetically ascended people, and they have these pet snakes in the portrait, like the organic versions. And as they synthetically ascend, they keep the pet lizard eel snake things. So that's why they have the pet lizard snake eel thing.
So they're the gold.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, yeah, basically, yeah. Close enough.
Close enough, but not so close that it's suable.
Legally distinct.
Yep. Like the hang-ons.
Well, hang on a minute. What do you mean about that?
What could I possibly mean, Montu? Who knows?
Yeah, well, the hang-ons are entirely a work of my own creation, in fact.
Yep, yep.
A work of such fantastical fiction that no one could have thought of them before.
I'm sure.
And I'm Montu.
Uh-huh.
Did they just increase the... Oh, those sons of bitches. The galaxy don't seem to want slavery to end. Even though they're not actually slavers, they think they're slavers. And they're voting against slavers. Montu, build a new arc ship. See if that counts. I guess I could. Do we really want to antagonize them? That doesn't seem very good. Does it?
It depends. Are they bad?
No, not really. They're just alien robots. And they have souls. Legally speaking, they have souls because we've determined that all robots have souls, legally speaking. That's on the law books.
Yeah.
And all citizens have souls. But there is a crossover. So anyone that is a non-citizen, non-robot, legally speaking, doesn't have a soul. Don't know why that's important, but that's our legal system.
Yeah, yeah.
Or at least they don't have a soul recognized by the state.
Oh.
500k fleet. I don't think we should really mess with them, yeah. Oh, what am I talking about? We've got a 600k neutron launcher fleet. We can mess with them. We can touch. We can do whatever we want. Even our Federation allies have... Oh, God, and now the Fallen Empire's awoken. The Pueblin.
Good-eye.
They're fanatic xenophiles. So I don't think that's necessarily a problem. Huh. I'm unsure how to feel right now. Because we've got fanatic xenophile Fallen Empire who are, like, happy. What do the fanatic xenophiles usually do? They just run around and xenophile things up.
Maybe they'll go and beat up all of the slavers and be the good guys this galaxy needs.
Well, no, the thing is, they aren't slavers. They're confused people because they don't have slavery. Like, slavery is illegal within our Federation, and our main Federation ally, who is fanatic xenophile, according to the modifiers, the game has made them think that they're a slave. There's a bug here. Oh no, that's what it is. Right. So this policy bans decent conditions. So if you have decent conditions, or basic subsistence, or academic privilege, rather than social welfare, you don't want it. And it says they're a slaver empire, but actually I think it just means because they're in breach, maybe? Because they can't be a slaver. Like, oh, I voted no. Well, that's awkward. It failed. It was going to fail anyway, but I accidentally misclicked and voted no right at the end.
So you voted for slavery?
No. Technically,
your leader,
yes.
Your leader just voted for slavery.
There was a misclick. I'm happy to go back in time. Yeah, let's go back in time and fix that. Committed evil. What? No, there was a misclick there. That didn't actually happen. I was trying to look at who's voted for what, and it's really hard to click on the Empire and not just... If you click slightly 2 pixels to the right, rather than the Empire, then it goes off. But it was failing anyway. It's not like it failed because of me. It was really irrelevant, one way or the other. Okay, I've moved the GDF fleet out, but I don't actually think I'll need them there. Let's come home. Does anyone remember what crisis strength we're on? I think it was 25 times. Also, do I have the ability to build... No. Okay. Because I'm a nomadic, I can't build defense posts, I think. That's problematic. Who are Sutharian Star Corp and why would we want to denounce them? The Sutharian Commonwealth seems to like that.
Are they an offshoot of the Sutharian Commonwealth by any chance?
I imagine that they are somehow intrinsically related. Let's find out. So the Sutharian... No, the Sutharian Star Corp are the big folks. Where are the Sutharian Commonwealth? I actually don't even... These folks have prosperous unification.
Check their rivals, surely.
No, they're not. They're not rivals. They should be right next to each other in the list, though. I can go find them. Let's see where these folks are. I imagine the Sutharian Commonwealth are cordial with us, and they have one system, and they are liberated. Ah, they're right on the edge of Sutharian Star Corp space. They have one planet. They are militarist, fanatic materialist with technocracy, corvée system, and planetscapers, whereas Sutharian Star Corp are death cult, farmer state, private prospectors. I mean, they're both pretty horrific, to be honest with you. It's not like neither of them are jumping out at me as like, oh, these are really the good guys. The nation of Aspharel is closed there. Thinks, oh, why are they upset with me now? Oh, of course, these folks are my vassal? Yeah. So the Chosen came around, and we stopped them killing people. 25 times Satana. Well, luckily I'm psychic, so Satana's easy. We can just psychic our way out of her. But we got rid of the Chosen, and then we created... Who's the other vassal? The Ralaketh entity. Oh, yeah, we made these folks a vassal to stop them doing awful things. I think they still have rights.
You have a vassal.
2.
You have 2 vassals.
Yes, so one nation is the nation...
Astonishing. Utterly astonishing.
Let me
no,
explain.
I don't want it. No, I don't want your legitimization of your war crimes.
It's not a war crime. We prevented war crime. The Ralaketh entity were consistently and quite awfully breeding sentient people and eating them. We were trying to slowly smuggle them out, but whilst in the middle of the smuggling operations that lasted 40 years, we couldn't actually declare war to free these people. That was unfortunately not possible as much as we wanted to. So what we ended up having to do was in the middle, before we could actually free these people that were being eaten, the Ralaketh entity found a way of subsuming their free will and plugging their brain into all of the brains of these individual sapients, and then overtaking their minds. They integrated them all into the hive mind, which was a bit evil, we thought. So they committed a genocide. We went to war with them, and we took away their right to vote, and we took away their right to declare war, and we took away all those other things. That's what the vassalship is, basically. They're not allowed to do any fighting or warring. And the same for the nation of Aspharel, that used to be the chosen fanatic purifiers. We didn't want to wipe them all out. They're basically on the naughty step. We've taken democratic control away from them, or imperial control.
Yep.
Check that fits with our notes on good and evil.
Amazing what you can twist.
No, DJ, in this case, I think we can both agree that that was not evil. Don't you? Or do you not?
If you say so.
I'm just asking. I'm asking you a question.
If you say so.
Do you think vassals are always inherently evil? Is that your position on such matters?
I am not getting into this debate. It's too late.
Oh,
it's too late. I'm too tired. I've had too long a week. I am not getting into this bullshit with you.
Did the result on Wednesday make you a bit more tired? Did it, DJ?
No. Again, Everrail comes out on Monday.
That one. Yeah. Okay. Fair. That's what you said from. To be fair, that was a sad result though on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I've seen someone do an analysis recently, an American do an analysis of penalties, free kicks, and basically just what's the word I'm looking for? Decisions. Fouls. And the data, it's a smaller data set, but when you take out the teams that only played 3 games in the qualifiers, because they have a much smaller data show up in the data, they show up in the data in a much smaller way, then the number of decisions being awarded to Argentina, are quite high relative to the other teams. There are like at least a standard deviation or 2 away from the mean. Now, the main issue with that wasn't gone into is that there's still quite a small data set here. They've only played 3 games plus another 3 more, so 6 in total, right?
It doesn't take into account the misrefereeing of Paraguay-France game.
Well, France is up there. France is second for decisions given in their favor.
Yeah, and they had the France-Paraguay game where Paraguay were allowed to kick them up into the air for the entire match, and nothing was done about it.
Yeah.
No, there have been in this tournament. I've seen one actual decision that I probably disagree with, which is that Messi should have been sent off in the first game. But on the other side of that,
what about the handball?
I can completely understand.
Messi's handball?
No.
He handballed and the other team. He handballed and then got a penalty, if I remember.
It wasn't a handball.
He touched it with his hand in the video.
Yeah. That doesn't mean that it's handball.
Boo.
And the only one that was that the decision, like Messi should have been sent off. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's something that football fans often forget in situations like this. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that if I was in that referee's shoes, I'd have had the balls to send Messi off, because I don't think I would. That doesn't make it right, but it is at least understandable.
I have a bit of an issue with the structural nature of refereeing in football. So, to dive into that, what I mean by that is, if you're playing, let's strip it back to basics. 2 groups of people want to play a game together, and they've agreed on a set of rules. And they then say, well, what happens if something happens that we can't agree on based on what we've said in the rules? Let's bring in a third party to adjudicate on this.
Yeah.
the fact that you then go and argue with that third party that are brought in to adjudicate, it just baffles me. Like as a cultural way of acting. I'd much prefer rugby, where you start literally discussing with the referee their decision. It's like, cool, get off my pitch. Like I think that's honestly the way it should be treated.
I agree with you. You will hear no argument whatsoever.
And I find it really bizarre that it's entertained. Now I get, and they've even put cameras on the bloody referee now. That one shocked me. I'm like, oh, how much do we not trust the referee that we're going to camera the bugger up?
Oh no, that's because they're the one person on the field that can provide that kind of camera angle. It's genuinely interesting and a really popular thing with football fans. It's got nothing to do with keeping an eye on them.
They're not having people make decisions based on that then. You're sure?
Yes, absolutely. It's
okay.
It can be, don't get me wrong, it can be used as evidence essentially, yeah. But the big purpose of it is that it provides a new view on the match. Some of the ref cam views from this World Cup have been absolutely box office. Like genuinely box office. The colonial overlords are talking about soccer. Lol.
I love the latest in colonies play their sport game. Yes, we've recently seen England, France, Spain, +1 denoted colony fight for the title. Perfect. I saw that the other day and I was like, yeah, what a meme. Oh, the thing was like, sorry, is this the World Cup or is this the 7 Years' War? I'm a bit confused.
Been a hell of a World Cup though.
I did find it funny that Israel are complaining that they're playing with Europe. No.
What?
Wait a minute.
No, they weren't. What
were they doing this round? Which one was it? There was who were Israel in their pool to qualify with? Were they in the Asian pool?
They play in the European.
They do, yeah, exactly, yeah. So there were lots of Israelis. I saw lots of Israelis complaining about that and saying they should be allowed to play with the Asian League. Whether or not they also then complained that it was anti-Semitic, let's not get into that. But they were complaining, saying it's not fair. We should be playing in the Asian League. Look where we're situated. And then comparisons were being drawn. Hold on a minute. You're happy to compete in Eurovision and be European-esque, but until it comes to the football, when suddenly you want to go and be in the Asian League because you think it gives you a better chance of winning. So how convenient.
The big thing to note there is that playing in, like being part of UEFA, like that's a complicated subject which probably isn't worth going into on a Stellaris stream.
Yeah, sure.
But my understanding of it at a very base level, please understand that, everybody, is that was largely an Israeli choice.
To be in with UEFA?
Yeah.
Fair.
Is my understanding. I could be completely wrong. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on it, but that's my understanding. But yeah, it's been a really, really good World Cup. And it's been a huge amount of fun. It's just a shame that it's a shame we threw it away.
Yeah, that last 40 minutes were... Sorry, the last 35 minutes were awful.
Yeah. Yep.
And
it was very simply put... Yeah, it was very simply put, one of the most pathetic... And the part that's frustrating about it is you could see on the field the players didn't agree with it. And... everyone watching knew what was going to happen. Like, it was so startlingly obvious. And it's just like, how is the man that is being paid millions of pounds, literally millions, to manage that team, incapable of seeing that.
Literally
one of the most. Tuchel's being paid millions. Yeah,
I didn't know. Well, I didn't know his pay packet was.
I believe he is. I believe he is the highest paid international manager in the world.
Wow. So, do you think that when what's his face came off at the end, and gave his interview, when Kane came off at the end, and gave an interview, and said that they'd been told to attack,
he was
just
bullshit.
lying?
Yeah, no,
he
he was absolutely covering for his manager.
Okay.
Kane's a good soldier. Yeah. Like, too good a soldier, if you know what I mean.
Well, good soldiers follow orders.
Yeah. He did exactly what he was told to do in that match. He dropped back and he defended, just like everybody else. Apparently, even a load of the wives were questioning, like the ones that aren't overly interested in football, yeah, were watching it and questioning what the hell he was doing.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I'm sorry, when you've got people who aren't, when you've got people who aren't into football, you know, regardless of sex, I couldn't give a fuck about that part, right?
Well, they don't. Well, they don't really follow it. They follow it in as much as my partner does this. Whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
Vague understanding that he kicks ball round field. How? I don't know. Not my problem.
Yeah, exactly. And when they can sit there and be like, "What are you doing? You're throwing this away." How is the man paid millions not seeing that? You know?
Hmm. Well, it just disappeared.
And the thing is, I think, had we got to the final...
against Spain, I think there'll be a good chance there, actually. Better than against France.
Oh, God, yeah, absolutely. But I still think Spain would have beaten it.
Probably.
But that's, like, I can take that. Yeah, if you play a football match and you play to the best of your ability and you lose...
Yeah.
Cool. I'm completely all right with it.
He's staying on until 2028 now, I think, isn't he? They've kept him on. Yep. The FA have announced that they're very happy with Tuchel. I mean, to be fair, like, he's done well. Yeah, they lost the semi-final, but they got to the semi-final. They've done a lot better than they did. Okay, they've done exactly as well as they did 8 years ago.
And one round better than they did 4 years ago. The problem with it isn't how he did. It's that Tuchel was brought in specifically to win the games Gareth Southgate couldn't. Yeah.
And you think that was this game?
That semi-final was the game he was brought in to win. Yeah, absolutely. The whole point of him getting the contract. No. Well, he did.
No, they
for the first hour. They did for the first hour.
That goal, they were quite lucky. They were quite lucky with that goal.
No, they weren't. It was a brilliant goal.
It was a brilliant goal. They were lucky they ended up in that opportunity. Is the point I'm making.
No, they weren't. They played well to get that opportunity.
It was a very
scrappy largely
match.
Managed.
One shot on goal in the first 45 minutes.
A scrappy game suits us more than it suits the Argentinians.
Yeah, sure.
We knew what we were going into. It was always going to be a scrappy game. It means too much to the Argentinian. Yeah. The biggest problem when England play Argentina is that it's a lot like when Tottenham play West Ham.
Yeah.
For West Ham, when they play Spurs, it's the most important day of the year. Biggest match of the season. Yeah. For Tottenham, it's Tuesday. Yeah, it meant so much more to the Argentinians. They were always going to be a lot more amped up. They were always going to be dirty. That's part of Argentinian football. You're not a cheat if you get away with it.
I think
it's part of what you have to deal with when you play Argentina.
I think there were very similar mindsets by both teams.
Oh, yeah, the English decided to play into it, absolutely. Because we realised that we could go toe-to-toe in that regard, and we could beat them. And that's what we were doing. had we continued to play the way we had been, had Tuchel been sensible enough to bring a bit of pace on, because that was the biggest problem. You can sit back, but what you've got to do when you sit back is you've got to put the ball over the top. You've got to have people like if you're sitting back and you're letting them come onto you like we were. You've got to have a couple of nippy guys.
You've got to have a couple of outlets. They had
All over
no
the top.
outlets, nothing. There was nothing to pass up to. It was like the ball came up quite a few times, and it just got given straight back to the Argentinian defence, who then just filtered it back forwards again, and oh look, they're attacking again instantly. And there's only so many lucky shots. You know, it pinged off the bar. I want to say it was the crossbar
Twice.
and then also the
They hit the
sidebar.
bar twice.
Yeah, really lucky.
Yeah, we were lucky at the end that it wasn't more than 2-1.
What do you think about that flag
we
that they
not sat
unveiled
back-
afterwards? The flag about the Falklands.
Tottenham's captain was one of the players that unveiled that.
Yeah. Isn't that in breach of
Utterly
FIFA's
disgusting.
rules
Yeah,
about
yeah.
politicizing and whatnot?
If FIFA actually follows the rules, all the players that held up the flag should be banned for the final.
Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to compete in the final, which is basically the team.
That won't happen, but that is what should happen. And Creek Danktiok, it's not that. It's that we are to Argentina, like, other than Brazil, we're their biggest rivals, international football-wise. Yeah, there is a lot of hatred there. And like I said, it really is a lot like West Ham Tottenham. Where one side just has a lot more hate than the other. Balogun's red card being overturned is one of the most disgusting moments I've ever seen in football, and I've seen a lot. Like that.
You mean overturned after the... Wait, which red card is that?
Balogun was the American player that should have been banned against Belgium.
Trump weighed it in, and then they overturned it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, we're going to extract this kernel. It's a thing. We're going to see what it does. Okay. The tree died. Interesting. Well, that's a shame. Otherwise, nothing else happened. All good. Wait, can I send these things? Oh yeah, I can, can't I? Yeah. We're in breach of galactic law again? What? Oh, right.
But yeah, it's very unusual. It's a very unusual feeling after a World Cup. Like, normally, I'm very used to in my lifetime it being the players that have let us down. Yeah.
I often find that whilst it may be the players that have let everyone down, it's not the players that everyone complains about, and they generally seem to fire and get rid of the management, I've found.
Well, yes, because it's the thing you can change most easily.
Yes,
yeah.
sure. Like, I remember after 2002, I want to say, was that year Mike? Who was captain that year in 2002? Was it Owen? Who the hell was captain in the 02 team?
No, it wouldn't have been Owen.
No, it wouldn't have been Owen, but who was it?
Was it Beckham by that point?
Maybe it was still Beckham.
No, it would have just been Beckham. 98 was his first World Cup, so
Alan Shearer was 98. David Beckham in 2002 and the 2006.
Yeah.
Then it was
He was a
Gerrard.
brilliant captain.
2010, 2014.
David Beckham is one of the only members of the golden generation that can hold his head up high. The rest of them absolutely threw their talent away. Well, internationally. In club football, they didn't. Between them, they won absolutely everything. But in international football,
Is that sorry? I didn't. Is that group the 2000? The basically the footballers that I kind of grew up with. In the late 90s, early 2000s, like Michael Owen, Beckham,
when we
Gerrard,
Lampard, Scholes.
yeah, all of that lot. The ones that are still the footballers in my head, but obviously they don't exist anymore. They don't play it anymore. But when I think of the teams, I think of Frank Lampard. I think of was Peter Crouch at the end of that one. He was 2010.
He was
just
sort
at
of
the
towards
end.
the end of it.
Yeah.
And they were individually the best players I've ever seen play for England. Like, if you compare them on an individual level, if you compare them on an individual level to the current England team, they're better than them in every department, apart from striker. Harry Kane is a better striker than Michael Owen ever was, or Wayne Rooney ever was.
Harry Kane has not really done much this tournament, though.
He scored 6 goals.
Yeah, not that much.
He scored 6 goals and set up another pair. Like, what? Like, the man's third in the top goal scorers at the tournament.
Was he? To be fair, I didn't see him score a single goal. I watched 4 England matches, and the 4 matches I watched, nothing.
He didn't score in those ones.
So the 4 matches I watched, the 4 he didn't score in, basically, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I had actually assumed, I was like, this guy is old and washed out.
What? No, he scored. So that man in the last season, up until this moment, for club and country, has scored 73 goals.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah. Don't you think?
Pretty good.
You don't think it's pretty good?
That's a bit better than pretty good.
It's very good, isn't it?
Utterly sensational is what it is.
Oh, sure thing. Whichever words you need.
It pains me to say that, because Snaky Kane's a bastard. But
Snaky Kane's a bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
He's Snaky Kane. He left us, Montu.
Uh-huh. By us, you mean Tottenham, right?
Yeah.
No problem, just checking.
Although, funnily enough, I think we're going to try and re-sign him this summer.
That'd be something. Something to look forward to.
I don't think we're going to succeed, but I think we're going to try.
Explain the red card again.
Oh, what, the Balogun one?
Oh, maybe that comment we already saw. I think we already talked about
No. So to explain the Balogun red card, it's quite simple. He kicked the other player in the back of the leg with studs raised, and that isn't legal. And so he was sent off. You're not allowed to just kick other people in football. That's not allowed. The secret is that you get the ball first, and
then you can kick him. Yeah, as long as you're going for the ball, it's a non-issue.
No, you can still get yourself sent off. You've still got to be careful.
Really,
the studs need to be down. No, studs have got to be down. You can't. You can't go in studs up on somebody. Yeah.
I just don't remember ever seeing that happen. Maybe it is possible. I just don't remember ever seeing somebody being sent off when they hit the ball.
The red card in the England-Mexico game, Quansah got the ball.
Oh. Okay.
Followed through over the ball into the player, and that's that. Yeah. Like, it was a absolute dead certainty red card. Although apparently I really annoy people because I'm too honest about football.
Saffron Cole says, I wish we saw the US versus Iran.
I would have murdered to have seen that game. It would have been amazing. Utter theatre.
I think the US would have just won. I mean, come on.
What?
The Iranian side...
No.
Did Iran even get into the...
Yes.
I thought it was only the women's team that got in.
No. No.
Oh yeah,
men's
they're
team
in Group
qualified
G.
for
They're in
World Cup.
Group G with
Yeah.
Belgium. One
Yeah,
one
they
all
nearly
against
got out
Egypt.
their group as
Oh,
well.
yeah, crap. 1-0 against Egypt. 0-0 against Belgium.
Yeah.
What do they do? Lose to New Zealand? No, they drew 3 games. Oh, they didn't win.
Yeah.
Egypt and Belgium
Yeah.
both beat New Zealand. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's quite unfortunate. So they didn't lose a single thing. Still didn't get through.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, they were perhaps unlucky, but yeah, it would have been an interesting match. I would have loved part of what I would have really liked to have seen. I would have been really interested to see what impact it had on the way the Americans played the game. Make no mistake though, the Yanks have been impressive this tournament. As satisfying as it was to see them go out against Belgium.
Definitely spent a lot of money on the tournament. I mean, come on.
No, I'm talking about their football team.
Yeah, sorry. They spent a lot of money on the team.
How do you spend money on an international football team?
Well, they've clearly been investing a lot in football for the last. When did they get? When did they find out they got it?
So no, this actually goes back beyond that. And interestingly, a chap that we were talking about earlier is largely responsible for it. And I got schooled on this very recently because I have been touting outdated information about the United States. So when David Beckham started first organizing starting into Miami, he asked about the academy system in America and was told we don't have
one. Yeah, because there wasn't.
Yeah, and David Beckham went, that ends now, and Inter Miami, when they founded, had an academy attached. Every MLS club now has academy attached, a European-style academy.
That's good.
So that's largely what's responsible in the rising quality of American soccer players. I'm going to say American soccer. No, saying American football players.
No, as long as you have a gap. The American football players, not American football. The American football players. You need to have that little pause.
Yeah.
Then it's completely fine, I feel. Obviously, you can't say the American football players.
I don't mind using the term soccer. It doesn't bother me at all. If they want to be traditionalists, they can.
Well, I grew up in Australia for a bit, so I came over to the UK as a kid when I was like 7 or 8, and I called it soccer. I was lambasted for years about the use of the word soccer to the point where I can't use it because I'm like, that's wrong. It's wrong. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Yeah, it's funny. Whereas I'm the exact opposite. I'm completely chill about the use of the word. Like, it just does not bother me. In fact, I think that the one time the American, their fans have ever come up with a decent bit of banter is that their chant of "It's called soccer" is funny and good banter.
It is called soccer. Yeah, that's a reasonable one, actually.
Yeah, just chanting "It's called soccer" at European football fans, that will never not be funny to me.
I think the
However,
Aussies
the
came up
best
with
bit
some of the funniest ones, funniest chants.
Have you heard the new one that the England fans made for Jed Spence?
No.
Somebody has done and they've done a full rendition of it. Total Eclipse of Jed Spence to the tune of Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Total Eclipse of Jed Spence. I like that. Continue. Tell me more.
Yeah, to be honest, no. 1 second.
Oh, you can't play it though, because I'll get DMC'd or whatever it is.
I don't think you will. I don't think.
Oh, is it just somebody saying the words?
It's literally someone singing it on bloody.
It's not got a backing track.
Think they play guitar?
It's probably fine. Go on then. What, can you put it through, or are you gonna post it?
Yeah, I'll post it for you. That's easier, isn't it?
Yeah, you can post it in the chat. And integrated gardens. Perfect. Can't believe we didn't manage to ban slave trading. It's a bit awkward.
Krieg, I absolutely love the NFL games in Europe because 2 of them take place at my team's stadium.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And
Spurs Stadium has
they
that
pay us
ability to pull apart.
vast.
Can't it pull apart the
Yeah,
top
yeah,
layer
yeah.
of grass and then it's got the other thing underneath?
NFL field below.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
bizarre. Why can't they use
well,
the same field? That's a bit I never really got.
it's the wrong size.
Can't they just mark it out correctly?
No, because that would mean that we would have dirty NFL players touching our precious grass.
Oh, for God's sake. Right, okay, now I understand your issue. Okay. The issue is you.
In all seriousness, no.
Oh,
so
you
in all seriousness, they would tear the grass up and that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Which you obviously can't have with a Premier League football team. Play Total Eclipse of Jets.
Alright, it's playing right now.
England needs you now tonight. England needs you more than ever. And if your broken jaw was tied, now it's fully back together. And you know you can play left or right. Down the wing you're so strong. You take a player on and do a brilliant job. You should have had a pen from being tackled by ball. Tackled by ball. We really loved you tonight. Oh, Jed was such a star tonight. Oh, Jed was such a star. Once upon a time he was loaned out to Rennes. Now he's one of England's men. Solid in defense, total eclipse of Jed Spence.
Solid in defense, a total eclipse of Jed Spence. That's something.
That's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Like, genuinely brilliant. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Also, that's the level that you need to get on to be on the level of English football fans.
What do you mean?
Well, I can guarantee you at Tottenham next season, when Jed Spence plays, we're going to have our own version of that. There will be 60,000 people singing that song.
Fair.
Which is funny.
Okay, we're getting points for Valor for this crisis stuff. It's low as heck. I wonder if we declare someone a crisis, we can get more points. That wouldn't be good, so I'm not doing that.
And Creek, yeah, the NFL games are really popular. Like a lot of people in the UK have really started getting into the NFL, and the NFL have responded and made sure that like the fan base in the UK is recognised. You know.
What do you mean by that? As in they
um,
are going to put games on in the
They
UK?
play
Is that what you mean?
they play games in the UK, but they also they work really closely with Sky to make sure that the NFL's broadcast well in the UK. Like with Tottenham, the level of partnership is absolutely terrifying. The Tottenham Stadium doesn't just have that removable pitch. There's a second entrance to the stadium that's entirely NFL themed.
Hold on.
Like, if you
Krieg
go
got
to
a more
watch-
important question. Hold on. Krieg
Yeah.
says also, why does everyone seem to trash on Birmingham as a city? Birmingham is a hellhole, unlike which you couldn't understand unless you go to it. I've been there a few times in the last few years because they have a passport office somewhere nearby, and also it's a transport hub. It's just not a nice, great place, to be honest with you. Like, it's grim. It's over-industrialized in some ways. It's overbuilt. It's so concrete. And then it's really poor as well now. Yeah, put it this way. The city went bankrupt. Yeah, and it's also really poor, which means lots of stuff isn't well maintained. There's a lot of... Like, it's just not a very lovely place. And even then, it used to... I think it was it 20 years ago, Birmingham used to feel that they were Britain's second city? Was that that long ago? Yeah, it's definitely not Birmingham, it's Manchester. Like the BBC's in Manchester, the investments in Manchester, they're building new skyscrapers. Manchester, I didn't realize this, DJ. Manchester city centre in the 1980s, late 70s, early 80s,
Yeah.
had a population of just about 1,000. A
Yeah.
1,000, because most of it was like
Yeah,
relic falling down buildings. It's a bit before
Yeah,
your
yeah.
time and mine, but Manchester city centre, I can't imagine. I mean, you still see a few. There's the odd scattered hulk
Yeah.
of like a fallen down apartment building or townhouse or something that's not lived in and no one's lived there for a while. But 50 years ago, it was completely derelict.
Yeah.
Which city is worse, Birmingham, Milton Keynes, or Slough? So as an Americans would say, Milton Keynes is normal and lovely. Milton Keynes is this weird experiment where they built a city like it was an American city. It was all focused on the car. It's just soulless is the issue, and you can't really walk anywhere. Slough, there's nothing wrong with Slough, to be honest with you. I used to date someone who lived in Slough years ago. That's not true. They lived in Maidenhead, Maidstone, what's it called? Which one's near Slough? Maidstone, Maidenhead? Maidenhead, yeah, okay, so Slough's not amazing, but it's definitely worse cities. I would say Milton Keynes is not awful. It's just soulless from a British perspective. You can't walk anywhere. It's car only. I'd say it's Birmingham worse, then Slough, then Milton Keynes, probably. I dated someone in Slough. Wait, no, they didn't live in Slough. Explains a bit why they're an ex. No, it wasn't because I didn't understand where they lived. They said they lived in Slough, and I went to visit where they were from, and they lived in Maidenhead. I'm like, this isn't bloody Slough. You pretended to be rough, you know, rough and working class, and you've grown up in in quite a posh area. Don't be ridiculous. DJ, what's your opinion on the list? Birmingham, Milton Keynes, Slough. What's going where?
They're all equally horrendous places.
Really?
By virtue of
if you had to pick one to live in,
by virtue of being in the United Kingdom.
But you live in the United Kingdom.
I'm aware of this.
Have you not
It's under
been
great
to
duress, I promise you.
Wales? Or I went on a lovely walk in Todmorden, partly for my health, and I went to Britain's highest beach a few days ago on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a beach not at sea level.
Oh.
And it's covered in covered in cow and sheep poo.
Delightful.
And the water level is now so low in the reservoir. So it's basically somebody went and dumped industrial amounts of sand. Industrial amounts of industrial sand. So not beach sand, it's like the thicker stuff. On the corner of a reservoir.
Yeah.
Up in Yorkshire. And that makes it Britain's highest beach because it's not at sea level, bizarrely, basically. But it's in the middle of fields, which are full of sheep and other animals, which can obviously just wander on to said beach area and just have a poo. And with the heat, they obviously are wandering a lot more towards the reservoir and the water. Yeah. Which is now massively reduced to the point where the slimy bits, usually because it's standing water, so it gets quite slimy, the rock, because it's, obviously it's mostly rock, it's a reservoir. But the slimy bits are now revealed to the air, and they've dried out a lot of them because the reservoir level is really low. Not to harp on, but, Britain is suffering at the moment under this new climate system they've got.
Oh.
So do you miss Belgium? Belgium, Netherlands. Why did I say Belgium? Wrong word.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Am I sensing regret then that you agreed to make the move?
Oh no! Gemma is super happy.
Yeah.
And I'm fine. I don't like this country. I haven't liked this country for most of my life. You know, the disadvantage of having lived elsewhere.
Because you've lived elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. But no, as I said, Gemma is super happy, and that's the important bit. So,
Fair enough.
I have the important stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a little... some things were probably a little more inconvenient than they were in the Netherlands, obviously, but it's still not...
Yeah,
It's not the end of the world.
Nope. We move.
You can move to America. We have air conditioning and barbecue. I have an aircon, and I have a barbecue back, a grappler, and I'm sat in the UK right now. I pretty much basically just moved. So
Yeah.
don't need to go to America for that. You can get that in Europe. I only have aircon in one room, granted. So this is the funny bit. I have an aircon. It's a portable aircon, which is not the best type of aircon, but like it works for one room. If the whole house had those, it wouldn't work, granted. And it does work. Like the temperature, when we've had our heat waves, we've been able to keep that room down to about 18, 19 degrees functionally, which is good enough, basically.
Also, Krieg, I have a question for you. Why shouldn't I ban you?
Also, which is the best football club and why is it Arsenal? DJ, which is the best football club and why is it Arsenal? I didn't know it was Arsenal. Tell me more.
It's not Arsenal.
Well, why does it say right there on my screen that Arsenal are the best football club?
They're wrong. Quite often people say things that are wrong on the internet, and this
Do
is
they
one of those
really? That's not very good, is it?
And this is definitely one of those instances. Arsenal are anything but the best team. Okay, so Krieg, I'm going to teach you some important information. We hate Arsenal. Arsenal are the worst. This is really important to know. The correct answer to who are the best football team is clearly Tottenham.
Is it? Doesn't sound very correct.
Probably.
If Tottenham are the best football team, why
not,
are they almost getting relegated at the end of this year, DJ? I mean, it sounds a bit sus, that.
Pain is why.
They because they felt it'd be more painful. No.
Tottenham are the greatest football club in the world. It's just that we're also quite possibly, that there's no proof of this, but there is a possibility that it is a social experiment to see how far you can push people before they snap. Just saying. Also, we're not going to be crap this year.
Yeah, you spent a bunch on players, I heard. So DJ, I've googled which is the best Premier League team, and there's some compelling information about why it may be Arsenal that I should bring to your attention.
Is it because they bullied their way to a title?
No. Arsenal are the only team in history go through a Premier League season and not lose a single game.
Yeah.
Which is that's pretty big. In 2003 to 4.
Yeah, it is quite impressive that they did that. I've never denied that. It pains me, but it is quite impressive that they did that. However, all of their titles are null and void.
Why?
Because they were never promoted legitimately into the top division.
Also, Arsenal, what do you mean legitimately promoted? When were they last promoted? 1920?
Uh-huh.
They've been in the Premier League for 106 consecutive seasons. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
They're the best team. This sorry. Arsenal have been in the Premier League.
Seasons. It's not 106 consecutive seasons because of the war years.
But there wasn't a season those years, so it still counts, doesn't it?
No, the seasons weren't held, so
exactly. So
they
it's still consecutive. Oh, you mean it should be 100 consecutive? It should be 100
Yeah,
consecutive.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm with you.
yeah. It's still consecutive. I'm not arguing about the consecutive. I'm arguing that it isn't 106 because of the war years. Yeah.
Everton holds second longest with 72. Liverpool in third with 64 since 1962. Yeah. I mean, on paper, it would seem that Arsenal are the best performing team in the history of England.
I mean,
on paper.
Not.
On paper.
The two best performing teams in English football, if you want to go on results, are Liverpool and Manchester United.
What? Because they both won Premier League 5 or 6 times each.
They've both got 20 top flight titles.
You have to remind me what top flight means.
Either Premier League or the old First Division before it was called the Premier League.
Apparently, you sound like a coping Las Vegas Raiders fan. Now, I don't know enough about American football to know what that means, but that sounds like an indictment.
The funny thing is, I am a Raiders fan. The difference is, so Craig, Tottenham are and have been for quite a while probably the best run business in the Premier League. That hasn't ever translated into, under the current ownership, into significant on-field results. We've gotten very, very, very close. We finished second. We finished third. We've gotten to the final of countless competitions, including the Champions League. But in that time, we've only won one title, which was the Europa League last year. Or not last year, year before. And basically this summer, there's been some changes in the ownership, and the people who are in charge now have decided to let the money get spent in a way that we've never seen with Tottenham. We've already spent £300 million this summer. And are going to probably spend another 150. We're probably going to spend about £450 million on players this summer. Tottenham are, in fact, massive, talk. Also high. It's a very exciting time to be a Tottenham fan, in all honesty.
I think I'm assuming they're going for that big spend because they don't want it to go badly next season, like this last season they just had.
So one of two things is happening, and it's impossible to answer which of these two things it is at this moment. Yeah, it's either exactly as you say, with an added element of PR. Yeah. A lot of the messaging that's coming out of the club is very much like we're running things differently to how Levy, who used to be in charge, ran things. Yeah. And it might just be that they're absolutely terrified because getting relegated would massively reduce the value of their asset.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
And that's all this is. Yeah. There is a possibility of that. There is an equal possibility that this is just how much Tottenham can spend now. The BBC ran an article about it, and their analysts have looked at it, and they've worked it out that Spurs can spend £480 million a year with our current income
on transfers.
Yeah. That's just because of what the club generates in revenue, that's what we can afford now. And if that's true, that's frankly terrifying. And the worst part about the worst part about it is all of that is because of all the work Daniel Levy's done over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
He's
not here to reap in the rewards.
Yep. In all honesty, if that is the case, the man deserves a damn statue, and no one will ever acknowledge what he's done. But yeah, it's staggering amounts of money. Just stupid. And Krieg, Tottenham are great.
Huh?
He said otherwise you guys would be great. We are great.
I'm gonna pass buzzword standardization. I'm gonna emergency measure this one again. Oh my god, why do these people hate it so much? I just want to ban slavery, and the galaxy keeps voting no on banning slavery, and I don't have enough control.
So Klingzog, at the moment, nobody, or technically, I think it's Arsenal, because it's in alphabetical order at the moment, because we haven't started the season. Arsenal won the previous season, like they're Premier League champions at the moment. But right now, we're right at the beginning of pre-season. The season proper kicks off in just over a month.
Oh yeah, no one's currently winning the Premier League because it hasn't started until August the 5th, 9th. When's the Premier League start? I don't know.
No, later than that.
I do not know.
I am searching. 21st of August. Tottenham's first game is away at Brentford on the 22nd.
Holy crap, we didn't win. We didn't even podium
Good God.
in the Champions Forge. That's weird. What did they send if we didn't put... We've got the best ships in the galaxy. Ridiculous. It's a lie.
See, Krieg did a swap. One of my friends became a Tottenham fan and I became a Raiders fan. Like we swapped teams. Though he's a far more loyal Tottenham fan than I am a Raiders fan. It's quite funny the number of people I've managed to inflict Tottenham upon, really.
I was really looking forward to England being in the final on Sunday. I was even making plans because I thought it was possible.
Jesus Christ.
I
man.
actually did.
First
Yeah, I
time.
actually did. No. The first time. No, it's the first time I actually made plans because I was like, it could happen. Yeah. Previously, I've gone, nah. Like, I wasn't in the country in 2018. I was in Denmark, and I was like, why would I care? Why would I care? Whatever. And before that, generally living in Wales, it's more of a, yeah, well, screw 'em, whatever. As kids, support, definitely. Like, I remember in school in 2002, we were allowed to watch it on the telly when it was on.
Yeah.
Don't remember why, but for some reason we were. In 2000
because it was in Korea, so a lot of the games were quite early in the morning. So they
I don't know why they put it on in school. I don't know why they did that.
Because...
I don't think they do that today. I guess it was summertime, so it was instead of showing like regular TV.
No, they would. They'd do it today. Like if the games are on in the daytime, it tends to be that way. I think that's absolutely iconic, Antoine. Like the Norwegian rows are absolutely brilliant. There's certain things
row all
that
the
you'll
way home.
always remember. Well, no, but there are certain things you'll remember from each World Cup. Yeah, there's certain like little things that stick in your mind, right? And this is one of them. Like I said, it's been a really good World Cup. It really has. And Krieg, yeah, like I said, I had no choice. I traded, and yeah, the Raiders are a hard team to support.
Oregon, the entire state, doesn't have an NFL team. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Is it? I thought it was based on the NFL's university based, isn't it? Or am I thinking of the other one?
No, they have college level stuff under.
What's the other one that's not
under?
What's the other one where you have to be in college to participate? What's that one? What league is that?
It's college football. Called college football.
Oh, that one's just called college football, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite glad that American football isn't really a big thing in the UK, because I was a rugby player and I had broken bones, fingers, whatnot, from playing rugby, but I'm fairly confident if I'd grown up in America, I would have played a lot of American football instead, because it would have been the rugby equivalent, and I could have had injuries today because of it. You know, I could have the brain swelling issues that we're now finding out are really a big problem, and being in lots of armor doesn't stop the brain from being rattled around like a ping pong ball in a jar.
One of the things that's really interesting that's happened in youth football is that they've banned them basically from heading the ball.
Yeah, I thought that was ridiculous, actually, when I heard about it. And then I spent a bit longer thinking about it, and I went, well, maybe it's...
Actually, that's not ridiculous at all in any way, shape, or form.
No, exactly. When I first heard it, I was like, this is awful. What are they doing? Do they not care about playing a proper game? They can't head the ball? Stupid. When I was a kid, we headed the ball, and I was like, well, maybe it's not actually the best thing to do. Maybe.
And yeah, there's a lot of things like that that's going on where like football is slowly pulling itself out of the dark ages. We've given up on the Hackney Marshes theory, which is one of the best things that could have happened to the sport.
Sorry, remind everyone at home what the Hackney Marshes theory is, because I don't know in enough detail to be able to answer that question, and there are people that probably don't know.
The Hackney Marshes theory is that the game is played the same at the top as it is at the bottom. One for one. It is the identical game.
How could anyone think such a thing?
What? That until goal line technology was brought in, that was the case.
What?
Yep. Only after the 2010 World Cup did we abandon the Hackney Marshes theory.
Sorry, just to add a bit more to this, do you mean to say that the belief was that players played the game and there was no structural difference between the way they played, they were just better at doing it? Like, there was no difference in...
There's no difference in the game they're playing in any way, shape, or form. So you can't have goal line technology as an example because they can't afford to put goal line technology in on the Hackney Marshes.
So that makes it different. Having VAR is a very different game experience, obviously, than not having it. But you could argue that fundamentally they're playing the same game just with a better... Like, it's possible the referee could have seen. I could see how you could argue that you could bypass VAR and be like, well, it's fine. It's same game.
Yeah.
I can see how you could argue that one. But... like, the levels of athleticism are entirely different, meaning what's possible for the human body to do is entirely different. Like, just as a straight up different thing. So I don't see how you can
One of the things that I've always found funny is I remember quite vividly, I was about 14. I was around my brothers. And he and his mates and I were watching Match of the Day.
As you do.
And they were complaining about a player, like, missing a chance. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, and what their complaint was, like, it's not on target. Yeah, they put the ball wide. Not, like, stunningly wide, a couple of feet wide. Yeah?
Yeah.
And what they couldn't wrap their heads around is that he's not aiming for the entire goal, right?
You know, he's aiming
He is
for a
aiming
small
for-
segment, and he might miss that by
Yeah.
a foot or two. But because that segment was in the top right of the goal, it looks like he's missed the whole goal. Oh my God, he's an idiot. But no, obviously that's
Precisely.
not what's going on.
Yep. And it's amazing how many people can't wrap their heads around that. You know, as an example. And like I was trying to explain to them, like if you put that same striker up against you lot, it scored 99 times out of 100 against you lot. But he's not playing against you lot. He's playing against other people at his level. You know, some of the best players in the world. It makes it very difficult.
It's basically like, so a best way to describe it would be, for the people who don't know what on earth we're going on about, I think, it would be basically like when you're playing Stellaris against PvP players, there are certain ship designs you're not going to run because they're going to get countered and they won't work very well, and they just aren't becoming effective, like missiles, for example. Missiles, there's a bunch of noob traps in there where it seems good on paper. They kind of work against the AI, and they do work, but if you play against players with them, you're going to get taken apart because there are more effective designs that will do better things. So, you know, playing at one level, missiles are great. Playing at another level, missiles are just entirely awful and useless. And the difference in those levels of play are quite different. Like, it's quite a different game playing against high-level PvP players as opposed to just playing against your friends or playing against the computer. Because what you can expect from the players is entirely different. Your possibility space becomes massively reduced. And if you get a PvP player playing against these normal people, like I'm going to go do the YouTuber Wars in 4 or 5 weeks' time. Or whenever it is.
Oh, wow. Look what Ian's just said.
Huh?
Look at what Ian's just said in YouTube.
So there are a few fencers per sword type in the UK. And if you go to a regional competition, you fence against people on the national team. Stark reminder about skill levels within a sport. Yeah, I can imagine. I used to fence as a kid.
That must be utterly terrifying.
Well, no, because you've got... No, it's not... No, I don't... Well, what do you mean? By terrifying, you mean like it's so scary to be so bad? Yes.
Just realizing the level of difference.
Yeah, I remember when I played cricket and we went up a division in the league we were in when I was a teenager, and we just couldn't win. We couldn't play, basically.
So for me that moment was when I moved back to the UK from Kuwait as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And in Kuwait I was captain of my school swimming team. I'd won numerous competitions in Kuwait. I was and am a very strong swimmer. Yeah.
Did you say swimming or football? I thought you said football.
Swimming.
Oh, swimming. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Then I moved back to the UK, and there was a kid in my class who could do a length of an Olympic pool breaststroke faster than I could crawl.
How old were you at this point? Sorry, as well, just for
14.
The game's got a bug. I found a bug.
Oh.
It's telling me I've got a shortage of alloys. I've never gone negative on alloys. What?
What?
I'm making 1,000 a month, and the game has just told me you've got a shortage of alloys, sir. Your alloys are terrible. No, but I'm not negative on alloys. I didn't. Oh, I can invest in metallurgists. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on a moment. Can I just want to see if it's possible to abuse this. Oh, it is. I can get 50% resource output from metallurgists. Oh my god. That is abusable. Why is this? What's happening? Okay, so the devs have done something really smart, but that's really stupid. So what they've done is, when you make money from wave stations, they've now put those resource incomes into your production in the top, but only on a superficial level, so you see what your production is. It doesn't actually exist until you collect it. You don't collect it on day one of the month, which means technically I will briefly go negative if I spend all my alloys. I will briefly go negative go into deficit, and then when we collect the income, I'll then go positive again. Look, 0 plus 1.5k, because it deducts first from the balance, then adds in the excess. But then because I've got an alloy shortage, I can get a 50% increase to resources produced from metallurgists. This is very abusable. Okay, they've made Nomads even stronger. Nomads are now able to abuse negative resource strats to get more output, to have more resources. That's amazing.
Lol.
That's actually
You would never
amazing.
do that, right, Montu?
Of course I'd do that. What are you talking about? Why wouldn't I do that? It's free
I know, as
resources.
people are pointing out in chat, that seems pretty evil to me.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry, wait.
abusing bugs.
No, we're not abusing a bug. Within the universe, we're good within the universe. I am simply finding a way of getting more alloy output from our... Oh, I need to do something to fix this.
Also, you know how you were talking about sports?
Yes, we were doing that.
And how, like, obviously people that are good at sports are gonna destroy someone that's not. The only sport I know that has like a good a standardized handicap system for something like that is golf.
Yeah.
There's like a golf handicap system where like a good player, the path for them is different from like
Yeah. Well, that's so you can be competitive and have a fun game between two players. The good player's still better.
But the good play's still better. It's still obviously going to do better. But at least there's a competitive game there, at least. And it's like really interesting to me.
I mean, you could just... So basically, that's because golf, you're actually just playing against yourself. You're not actually playing against another player, I would argue. That's why it's...
Yep.
That's why that's possible.
Yeah, that type of thing would never be possible in other games.
Well, you're playing football. You couldn't just have a handicap. Okay, we'll give 5 goals to the other side because they're a bit worse.
In theory, I guess, yeah.
Oh, somebody's proposing that using game bugs is evil. Okay. We'll put
I think this. Yeah, I was gonna say, leave it to chat to vote.
Yes. It is wrong to maximize our advantage. Can't write all that. Yes, it is wrong. No, we should use the universe. That's good enough.
This is evil, chat, remember?
How is it evil? The universe is like this. We're simply... Is it wrong to mine minerals? No. Is it wrong to grow food? No. The universe was built this way. We simply exist within it.
So I like what you has said here. So in essence, Montu is lying to the entire empire, saying we have a shortage of alloys because he's choosing to do so on the day before the shipment arrives, forcing everyone to work harder.
No, enabling them to work harder. I'm allowing them to be their best selves.
Forcing.
It's not forced.
Yeah.
Forcing.
Not forced at all. We're just demanding more from our production quotas.
Yeah.
Theo's also lobbying to say that it's wrong. Theo, you betrayed me, Twitch console.
Good chap, Theo.
Backer Grappler says, I argue that the universe is giving the good guys a karmic boost at no harm to anyone else. Exactly. I'm paying 50% more upkeep for those alloys, and I'm getting 50% more. It's a perfectly reasonable solution.
I agree with Tok. If you have to rules lawyer it, you're clearly in the wrong here, Montu.
Talking about anything that's good or evil is rules lawyering. So that would imply I'm always in the wrong. But you did say I should go in the evil category, not the neutral category, so...
Your defense has to start with the words, it's not evil. Then, yeah, it's probably evil.
But we're talking about things that are good and evil. We have to say, is it evil or not? Like, how else would I start the sentence?
I mean, this is true.
Should I say... Should I just say it's good? Yeah, it's good that we get free stuff. It's good.
You've missed the joke of me saying everything you say is like you do is evil.
Also, it's not free.
What's not free?
It's not free. There are
You're paying-
human hands creating
As
those
you said,
alloys.
you're paying extra for it.
Exactly, and I'm happy to pay the extra.
Are the people that create those alloys fairly paid?
Yes.
No.
What? What do you mean no? They have
Oh,
utopian
not,
abundance.
then no.
So they're not paid.
Yes, they are being paid. Oh, that's true. No one in our empire is really getting paid anymore. They don't have to work. They just live in
Yeah.
abundance.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I mean, you can be in a utopian abundance, but you're not. If you're not being paid for your work, I mean,
Yeah,
No,
because
you-
being paid
you don't
would
get
be
paid.
evil. Because being rich is evil.
I see.
Hang on, doesn't that make your entire society evil by default?
So we discussed this because I've got these big stockpiles of resources and I'm not just handing them out.
If
Yes, in
everyone is
theory,
rich, no one
in
is
practice, I don't want to have to spend the entire game clicking through those because it's just an annoying nuisance. Like, we could do that if people are going to rule. If we're going to rule on that's evil, I will spend every month giving away
I'm
all my
not talking
stuff.
about the empires. No, I'm not talking about the empire's resources.
Right.
I'm talking about the people.
What about them?
So, well, they're on utopian abundance.
No, you've misunderstood. Rich in terms of ownership of asset.
Got you.
Not rich
I
in
think-
terms
I
of
think
high
it's
standard of
with-
living. We mean rich in the biblical Jesus sense. You know?
I think it's the
hmm.
kind of if everyone is rich, no one is rich kind of argument.
Well, no, because we don't know. What we mean by rich there is we don't mean anyone who earns income. We mean people that are worth so much that they can influence the society to destroy it. You know, people who could lobby, for example. Anywho, that's less relevant. Rich not as in full of flavor. That's not what we're... Oh, sweet mother of God.
It's a good question. Do you have nutritional plentitude on?
I do. I believe we turned that on, yeah? Where is
good.
it? I turned it on because that would have been bad not to turn on. You see? Everyone gets
Yeah,
even
yeah.
more food. We have the Bureau of Espionage, diplomatic grants, fleet supremacy, capacity subsidies, farming subsidies, industrial subsidies, forge subsidies, research subsidies. We're encouraging political thought. We're mapping the stars. We're recycling. We're educating. We're living in a renaissance.
Espionage.
Hearts and minds.
Is espionage? No, I wouldn't say espionage is by itself evil.
So we decided lying is evil, but lying to protect good is possibly morally neutral at best.
There is a difference between being good and being stupid, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a difference between being evil and being stupid, I think.
and good and being stupid. Like, not because you could argue if you wanted to be entirely morally correct that spying is evil.
But then you'd be evil because you wouldn't be preventing evil things from happening because you wouldn't know about them. Like the eating of
Yeah.
those people on that world.
Yeah, I think I understand Montu's argument there, and I agree with it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
We've not turned on
It
tracking
would be
implants
stupid.
or thought enforcement.
Yeah.
Those are evil.
It would be
Not doing those.
stupid to not
why aren't you
know what's
subsidizing
going on.
mining when you are farming and
We
industrial?
don't have any miners, so we would be subsidizing no one. It would be a
Right,
pointless
got you.
subsidy for
That-
non-people. Like, there
Right,
are
that-
no miners.
That's fine. Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah,
fair.
yeah. It's like, well,
Yeah,
we're not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
subsidize nobody. That's just a circle jerk exercise on paper. Let's not do that.
Yeah. That makes sense. I can. Yep.
Okay, using game bugs to my advantage is wrong. How do we define a game bug?
That one that you were exploiting as an
That's-
example.
Is that a game bug, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. What about,
I
like...
think anytime you find a minor exploit, you should let chat decide
But
if
that's
it's a
not...
bug or a
But
feature.
is it an exploit or is it a feature? Like, in this case, it's a feature. I still could have done
That
this
you
in
were
the past. That I was
I think
utilizing.
Feature.
Exploiting is such
It
a
was
bad
feature
word.
that you were exploiting.
It's such a dirty word. Can we use the utilize word? It's such a better word. It
No,
describes things
No.
more fairly,
no, it doesn't.
don't you think?
No.
I think Montu's just so used to being evil that he doesn't know what it's like to be good anymore, you know?
He never knew.
Look at the Divine Mandate from last timelines. They were very good.
Press
No,
X to doubt.
no, they weren't.
Press X to doubt
Yes,
hard.
you were.
No.
No.
If that's your standard, I'm probably not evil.
We only did like one genocide.
Okay. Things that should not happen in regular gameplay. Does defeating the crisis then count as evil? Because that should not happen in regular gameplay.
Yes, because people can
Well,
be...
no, that's nonsense. That should happen in
The
regular
developers intend
gameplay.
for the crisis to be hard enough that most players can't beat it. So in regular gameplay, you don't beat it.
No, you can beat it in regular gameplay. You just need to be quite good at the game.
Back of the vote on YouTube said no, but on Twitch it was 75% yes, 25% no. That's why it ended up being yes. It's wrong.
So don't worry. I have plans in that regard.
Are you going the full like paladin
Don't worry.
route with custodian, where you can like you're meant to like relinquish your power afterwards? I forget the name of the route.
Yes, yeah. We are Defender of the Galaxy. We are good.
It's the one custodian thing I'm thinking of. I don't remember what it's the new one.
Defender of the Galaxy. This.
Oh, is that just the name of it?
It's the old perk has become basically it's like a crisis path, but it's Defender of the Galaxy.
But a good guy path, yeah.
What
Ignore that. Ignore
just
that.
happened?
I was like,
The curators just died.
it's like a
Huh? What killed the
Dead.
curators? No, they're not dead. I can
You
still
did.
speak to them. Well, that's odd.
well,
Well,
rest in peace to Griffiths.
Are you exploiting a bug here? Are they dead and you're still able to speak?
No, they're not dead. I just checked. I've come to speak to them.
So-
I thought I got a
so-
pop-up
so
telling me they died. It was a broken pop-up. They hadn't died.
necromancy, That's. I mean, I think that's pretty necromancy.
No, because they're not dead. I thought they were dead, but they're not, clearly, because I just spoke to them. Let's not be stupid. Okay, what are we voting on right now? Security contractors? Nope, that's evil. Because that would be building of private wealth, private capital. It's that one of their stations was killed, but not the last one. Yeah, I assume so. I assume so. Hang on, Montu. In the Chambers of Justice, the outcome of the votes are equal, so YouTube and Twitch votes have cancelled each other out, and you as the arbiter are deciding the vote. No. They're not equal. There were 75% votes on Twitch for yes, and 55% for no on YouTube. 75 is higher than 55, so there we are. Oh, they're equal in the percentages being equal. Yeah. Need more ship. Need more ship. That's not a good ship. That's a good ship. Oh, it's already full. That's a good. Oh, it's already full. Oh wow, these are some strong arc ships. Probably need more though.
You know, I need to get better at like building my art ships properly, because I just throw armor on them and that's about it.
Don't do that. Just throw shields on them. Literally, just
Well,
throw
armor and
shields. No, don't touch them with
Hurry
armor.
up.
Just put shields on them.
Why?
Because you can quite comfortably get up to high enough hardening. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's just go to the ship. Ignore that. I have, let's just check the hardening. It will just 210% shield hardening, which does in fact mean that it has a maximum hardening that can never ever be penetrated. So shields regenerate. They're better than armor. Unless you find yourself in a pulsar system, shields are just much better. And having 100% hardening on shields means they block everything.
Oh, I see.
The weapons that are strong against armor tend to be strong against hull, like neutron launchers, for example. So you want shields to deal with those. Energy weapons in general are better, so you want more shields, basically. Shield better, and also it regenerates. You don't have to go back to port to regen it. They're just better.
I see. But what about stuff that goes through shields?
Nothing goes through because I'm at
That's what the
200%
shield
hardening.
does. Yeah.
Nothing can go through.
Oh, even disruptors? I
Nothing
thought
can
disruptors
penetrate
went through
our shield. Oh no, the line is nothing can get through our shield. Like that, in my best Japanese accent.
That's gotta be racist.
Sorry?
Not racist. That's gotta be
Are you
evil.
calling
It was
George
not
Lucas a
racist.
racist, sir? How dare you? Having an accent
Not
isn't racist either.
That's gotta be evil somehow. Yeah. Accents are evil, I think.
So you got an accent. So
obviously joking.
everyone has an accent. My favorite one is running into Americans. I've only met Americans that have the audacity to say this, but Americans who say something like, "It must be so weird talking to me because I don't have an accent."
No, I've had
And
English people say
You've met
that.
English people that say that. Tell me more. Where were they from
Yeah.
and what was wrong with them?
That just it tends to be people who are less well travelled as a larger, like as a bigger amount, if that makes sense. Because they're used to only hearing their own accent on a day-to-day basis, and so they think that's the neutral sound.
I often get told I have a very light accent, but I mean, obviously I have an accent. Everyone does.
You've got a British accent. You sound very British.
Said
You
like
don't have that
on
much of
about
a
75
regional-
different British accents.
You don't have that much of a regional accent, sure, but
You do remember where I'm from, right, Montu?
this sounds like a test
Yeah.
I've not studied for.
I'm from good old Birmingham.
We were talking about it earlier.
Oh, you poor fella.
You were talking
Poor
about what
girlie,
earlier?
sorry. We were talking about Birmingham
Birmingham.
earlier. We were talking about Birmingham earlier.
Oh yeah, it's shit here. Don't worry.
That's what I was saying. Somebody would say, why do people crap all over Birmingham? And I lost it. I was like, because Birmingham's terrible. I have had to go to Birmingham so much as a kid and as a teenager. Last time I was there was something passport office related. And that was like a year or two ago. Oh my God. And Birmingham's somehow gotten worse in the last 2 years than it was 15 years ago. Don't know how they managed that, but it is.
It's because all the shit to do is closed down. That's
Yeah.
why.
It's everything's closed in the city
literally-
centre. There were like a bunch of kebab places and vape shops. And I was like, well, what?
That's literally all that's left. I'm not even kidding. That's all that's left. Like there used to actually be stuff to do in like the city center. Fuck all now is like. I think the only thing I've ever gone to the city center for in the past like 2 years is to go to HMV to buy vinyl records, and that's it. That's like literally it. What
Did
was
you
it?
say
Does London
HMV?
have a similar issue?
Sorry, did you say HMV? HMV closed. They went bankrupt like
I
7 years ago.
I think that, yeah, there still do seem to be the odd one dotted about.
What?
No, HMV's still up. Yeah.
I think there's one in
2013,
Colchester as well.
HMV went bankrupt.
Yeah.
HMV, V, not B.
Sorry, HMB. What the hell is HMB? Is that off-brand HMV?
They don't sell vinyls. They sell
Yeah,
like.
there is still an HMV in Colchester.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
okay. So
there's-
Hilco Capital bought them after they declared bankruptcy and salvaged 140 stores. Huh. I thought they
There
just
you go.
completely closed down. Because I remember the HMV in Wrexham closed down. It's a very specific one to remember, but I do.
They still sell CDs.
Why?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I literally went to HMV the other day with a mate of mine. Like,
Why do they sell? Who has a CD player? For what
Gemma.
purpose?
Gemma.
Does
To
Gemma
listen to
use it?
music. Yeah. She has a big old
A
like
big collection?
folder binder thing of CDs.
Yeah, I remember the binders.
He
They
also
were
had-
the worst.
She also has a big old binder of DVDs.
I
have
remember
a
the
lovely
DVD
little
binders too.
retro-
Under the TV they used to be. My parents still have that. I hate it. I actively hate it. They're just so annoying and so much space. When
We had to get her. We had to get her an external DVD drive because her laptop doesn't have a DVD drive.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Because of course it fucking doesn't.
Well, why would it? What has what?
Yeah, yeah.
What would have it? What would be the
quite,
purpose? But why?
Montu.
Why?
Montu, I listen to vinyls.
Yeah, that's fine. No, but
Yeah, but vinyls have a purpose.
I'm on my third PC in a row without any kind of optical drive now, and my PCs tend to last a very long time.
And you probably haven't noticed that you don't have one.
No.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I needed a CD-ROM. Also, generally portable hard disk space is so large, USB drive space is so large, if you need to move something around, it's much easier to do it on an SSD or a USB stick. Like, you know, you've got 100 gig USB sticks kicking around if you want them. Just solid state things.
You can get like 4 terabyte external drives.
I've got one plugged in.
Decently cheap. Yeah, you probably use it for your recordings, don't you?
Well, I generally ship off all of the recordings after they're used, go on there. So I've got backups of... I should do it with the videos too, but I'm lazy. Like, in theory, I should put all of the videos from the channel on there, so if the channel were to, for some reason, get deleted by YouTube by mistake, I could then re-upload everything. But... I think if that happened, I'd just say, cool, this is the universe telling me to give up. I think is where I'm at now.
When do you go full, like, data hoarder and, like, set up a massive NAS system for storage? Because I have several friends that have, like, massive NAS servers for, like, storage.
For my home?
Yeah.
Do you know how much that would cost?
I know a couple of people that have it.
Do you know how much that would cost?
Yeah.
They cost like 800. I think Riker spent like €800 on her.
Yeah, and then you've got the power up key because you have to keep the bloody thing on all the time.
Apparently the power for NASs is actually not that big compared to like a regular gaming PC.
Yeah, but I don't keep my PC on all the time.
Even then, like compared to like a regular PC, it's not that bad. Even not that much worse.
To be fair, my PC is on pretty much 24, like not 24 hours.
I used to be in the habit of just leaving it on all the time, and
I don't. Yeah, no.
My energy
off
bills.
At night and on again in the morning.
Yeah, well, my energy bills. Well, actually, I now turn it off. If I step away and I'm not going to be coming back like within an hour, if I've gone away okay, not that's. I was going to say if I've gone away for dinner or something, but that's not true. When I go away for dinner, I leave it running. If I've gone away and I'm not planning on coming back to work or something later on, I'll turn it off. But because when I first moved back, when I first like power bills the other day were through the roof. Like before Christmas.
Yeah.
Nightmarishly large.
I have a terrible habit of like leaving my PC, being like, oh, I'll go for like 4 minutes and then I'll like go to sleep. So I set it up so if like there's no interaction with my PC for like I think an hour, it like sends itself to sleep, and that's actually probably the best thing I've done for the power bill here, honestly.
I can imagine. I can completely imagine. I used to literally just leave my PC running 24/7. I would occasionally reboot it if there was an update that required a reboot, or I don't know, or like I was going away on holiday for a month, and even then I didn't. Yeah, I would because I turn all the power off in the apartment in the home.
Oh, did you know Windows 10 extended support for another year?
I've been on Windows 11 for so long now.
What's the current
Windows?
10?
Windows
11.
Is this Windows
11? I'm
11?
still on 10.
I was on 10. On my old PC, it was on 10, and I had to keep fighting to not go it up to 11. And then my brother, I lent it to my brother after I stopped using it because I got a new one. I upgraded the everything, and that was like 2 or 3 years ago. And he managed to click the okay, I'll take Windows 11, and I was just so annoyed. I was like, well, I don't want it back now. Ruined it. Useless.
I haven't upgraded to 11, and I don't want to. especially with a lot of the shit I've seen and heard about Windows
Uh,
11.
Ruh-roh! Galactic Power says, ladies and gentlemen, that's a great place to leave it, I think. We're going to continue this on Monday.
Oh no!
The year is 2432. I've not got enough ships.
What have you done?
Well, I've only got about 2 mil. Surges unbidden. Yeah.
Unbidden.
They're quite a nasty one to have to deal with.
Oh, it's this. Oh boy.
Oh, the crisis has arrived. Yeah. I got about, what is this, 2 mil? Let's just check. It's not even all in the same place. Oh, wait. I've not included my military arc ships. We do have... What? Where's this only 2k fleet power? Oh, because that's a
How
brand
many
new
arc
one.
ships have you built?
A fair few. I've got 10.
On my Nomads, when I was terrified to build like too many arc ships because of the Empire size impact.
Well, it's just like an extra colony. Imagine you're playing Megacorp. You'd still have the same number of planets. You'd eat the extra 100% debuff.
I guess.
Why is this not as good as it could be? Ah, here we go. Here's one of the better ones. Right, cool. We've got a couple of arc ships with 170k that do have massive bonuses to pew pew, plus devastator cannons, which have an area of effect collateral damage, and the collateral damage should be buffed by the weapons buff that we've got here, which is at present, let's just check. What's the weapons buff? Yes, plus 1,000% damage. That should do.
What
Jesus
crisis percent?
Christ.
What crisis percent is this?
25 times. But
Yeah,
my
that
ship
might be able
has
to kill
plus
a couple of
1,000%
them.
energy weapons damage. So basically, the good thing about higher level crises is they don't have more ships. They just have higher strength. So Nomads are in a very good position to deal with that because they can, through the use of these nonsense districts, just get higher strength. And I could make it even more if I reform the government into... What is it?
I was gonna say, do you just have are your military arc ships just fully built out to be highest fleet power possible? Is that what you did?
Well, no, basically they only have soldiers.
So yeah, it's built out to be the highest fleet power possible.
Well, there's 8,000 soldiers with 200% job efficiency, so each soldier counts as 2 soldiers, 2 and a bit. And they then give additional damage to energy weapons because I've got the ordnance engineering laser capacitor section.
Mhm.
Basically, you want a couple of ships like this built, and it also solves your nav cap problem because you've got soldiers providing nav cap, plus the ship itself gives you massive damage potential. Because I've put on it, what I put these roll launchers, I put the Devastator mount, which is a giant T-slot weapon. It's got maximum shields, 40% more ship weapons range from target acquisition array, and then there's roll launchers. I should even also add an admiral of sorts, probably. I'll deal with that on Monday when we continue this. So far, there's one
I'm going to
crisis.
dispute at this point as
Yeah,
well.
I'm going to bed. We're back again tomorrow for
Yeah.
timelines. Ladies and gentlemen, prawns, thank you for joining me today. Thank you everyone for your support. Theo, thank you for your support. Dreadnought, Quantum, Smithy Boy, and Antoine. Thank you, everybody. Timelines continues tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll get booted into timelines in a moment. If you're on Twitch, you won't, but fine. And then on Monday, I'm going to continue this run. I'm basically going to be streaming most evenings once the temperature comes down next week into the rest of the month because I need to eat and pay my rent in September. And because of the 10, 11-day demonetization period we had at the beginning of the month, where YouTube just stole all the money, I need to work more now. So, thumbs up. I've got a bunch of videos that are on the way to being finished, so we should get a bunch of things coming out soon anyway. Right. I've been Montu, though. You've all been wonderful. DJ, can I borrow you for 2 minutes to ask questions about Football Manager after the stream ends? Thank you in advance for saying yes.
Yeah.
All right.
How much are you playing Football Manager? Oh my god.
I'll see you later, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Montu. You've all been wonderful. Bye-bye. Not enough, probably.